Alright. What's going on, all you wacky people out there? It's Whack Wyatt. Welcome to the first ever Climaxed Pizza Rolls podcast. If you're wondering why the podcast is named Climaxed Pizza Rolls, we will get to that in a minute. This is a podcast where we don't have points that we talk about. We just talk about random shit that's going on with our lives and or funny stuff that we think of. So I hope it... Yeah, off the dome piece. And I'm joined with my friends Austin Butler. How you doing, Butler? How you doing?
You said without any points or anything, right?
Yeah, I mean, if you have a topic that you want to talk about, we can talk about it. I don't fucking care.
Okay, because you said that, and then you said we'd explain the whole
Climax Pizza Rolls, yes. And we also have Brandon.
Brandon is here, yes.
All right. So we just want to get the thing out of the way first. Why it's named Climax Pizza Rolls.
No, save that for the end.
Save it for the end of the podcast. If you want to find out the story, you got to wait till the end of the podcast.
No, the very last video ever made for this channel completely.
Oh, okay. So whenever my channel completely dies, it's just the last video I upload is the story explaining Climax Pizza Rolls.
Yeah, so in about a week we'll make the video.
About a week. Wow, that's a lot of. You have a lot of faith in me. I appreciate that.
It's more than I have in my channel.
No.
Or Game Olympics.
Yeah, Game Olympics is pretty dead.
I mean, Game Olympics doesn't have a future.
No, it really doesn't, because all the members of Game Olympics live in 3 different states.
Except me and Wright. We live in the same state.
Yeah. But okay. Game Olympics was a tripod. It was just me, Jordan, and Taco.
It was a 4-pod.
No.
I've been in Game Olympics this whole time. I was just gone for a little bit.
We know, but we okay. Then it was just a table.
It was a quad.
And then we started missing a leg, so we started.
Pod.
Then we started missing a leg, and then we started. Okay, we was like, okay, we can kind of balance this out a little bit with 3 legs, and then Jordan moved away, and now it was me and Taco trying to balance a fucking camera on 2 legs, and it's like, no, it's not gonna happen. Okay, and then it just collapsed, and then me and Brandon and Austin tried to pick it back up while recording while you were away at basic training, and then you had to go overseas and everything. We'll get to that later.
You'll hear about that story.
And then we tried doing some stuff. We did some Mario Kart. We played Rabbids.
Yeah.
We did some
other bullcrap.
We did some Final Fantasy VII that we've never finished, and then after I moved away. The channel just died. So, Game Olympics is dead up in the water, and it's probably never getting revived unless we can somehow convince Jordan to stop jacking off in the basket and Taco to get out of his wife's ass to come do the show.
Jacking off in the basket?
Yeah.
Yeah, have you ever heard that phrase?
No.
I have, I just don't know what it means. Wyatt, enlighten us.
What's it mean to jack off in the basket, Wyatt?
I honestly don't know if that's a phrase.
Why is he doing it in a
I
basket?
don't fucking know. It's the first thing that popped into my mind.
It is a
Why is that the first thing that popped
Because
into
I
your
was
mind?
thinking of Silence of the Lambs, of putting the
Jack
lotion
off in the basket?
No, putting the lotion in the basket. But then it just... Yes, Jordan jacks off in a basket. And then he puts the lotion on his hand. Then puts the lotion back in the basket. And then jerks off into the basket with said
He doesn't
lotion.
even jerk off in the basket. He just puts some in the basket and then starts just slapping it in the basket.
Oh.
Oh, fuck. It's probably the highlight of this podcast.
I mean, to be fair, it is close to Easter, so.
The water good?
Yeah, it's good water.
Wyatt just drank water.
Not sponsored.
Not sponsored by water. Nondescript water.
Labelless water. Tastes like not being sued.
Whew. So,
I love that. Even the name, you can just straight up say that.
it's just drinking water.
We are not sponsored by Purified Drinking Water.
Not at all.
I don't even know what water is.
Don't copyright claim us for water.
We're gonna hear this video and then get like 17 comments about how.
What the fuck?
I doubt the microphone.
I
picked
doubt
that
anything anybody heard that, but we heard that.
I told you he's climaxing his pizza roll.
No. I asked Austin if he wanted to be part of the Climax Pizza Rolls podcast, and he said no. Also, okay, for those
Well,
who
that
don't
was
know,
Austin's.
Austin is Brandon's brother.
Yeah, I think so.
Well, but I asked him if he wanted some Climax Pizza Rolls. He said that sounds like you just cummed in a bunch of dough and then baked it. I mean,
We could for the show one day.
oh god.
Cooking with pizza rolls.
We're cooking. we're gonna cook fucking climaxed pizza rolls and then have somebody eat them that's not us.
I feel like a toaster strudel.
It's a reverse toaster strudel.
It's
The
a
cream's
pizza
on
roll.
the inside.
Oh, you gotta put some on the top too. We gotta make the little swirls and everything.
Our
Got
fucking
like a little
jizz.
smiley face on it.
Oh god. Fuck.
Oh boy.
But what's new in the lives of everybody?
To be fair, we didn't explain the name. We
What?
talked about
What,
it.
talked about Climax Pizza Rolls? We said we were saving that for the end, unless y'all want to get it over with now. Because,
Does anyone have anything else to talk about?
not currently,
Not
no.
yet.
Okay.
Just we
So-
can talk about climax pizza rolls.
Well, we got some right here in front of us. So, for those who don't know, we're eating pizza rolls, non-name brand pizza rolls that are climaxed.
Definitely not Tostinos.
Definitely not sponsored.
No,
But,
I don't think they exist in this timeline.
We were talking about off camera and off of recording. We were talking about fucking hot pockets and pizza rolls because I was asking Brandon to make us some pizza rolls for just to snack on or whatever. And then I guess I'm the only person alive who does this. I don't let my pizza rolls and or my hot pockets ooze out the sides of the fucking
Confines.
the confines of the pizza roll or hot pocket, and then they started laying into me about it. It's like, you don't let your pizza rolls climax? No, I fucking don't. Because it just makes a giant mess, and then you have to scrub the pan or the plate and get the fucking excess climax off.
You don't scrub it off. Fucking use your tongue.
Ah, well, okay, I will say that. I use my tongue. I lick plates clean if the food's that good.
Pizza rolls are that good.
But I'm not gonna lick this plate clean, okay?
You're gonna lick that plate.
No,
clean.
I'm not, because there's gonna be 3 different men's hands on this plate.
That's more of a reason to lick it clean.
I don't know where your hands have been. For all I know, they could have been in some woman last night when you got back. You drove 2 hours to Horn Lake to fucking.
Don't use names.
I'm not. I don't know. I don't even remember her name. You told me, but I don't even remember her
Say
name.
Horn Lake. That's a name.
That's the name.
Who the fuck's gonna start googling for Horn Lake, whatever state we're in? We have not clarified what
Maybe
state
they're
we're
like
in.
2 to 3 random people that are gonna listen to like the first maybe 30 seconds of this video, and then click like because they feel bad for us.
Probably.
Subscribe,
Please.
please. We beg you.
Yes.
We'll pay you.
No.
But
I'm asking them to subscribe and like so I can
Yeah.
get paid.
Okay.
We'll
Okay, I have
definitely.
an idea. Ready?
Consider giving you a blowjob.
I would consider giving you a soft handy J. I have very soft hands.
Okay, idea.
Yes.
Ready?
Yeah, wait,
Is
what
this
is
one?
it, Brandon?
Subbots.
No. I don't want subbots. I don't want to be T-Series.
But it's still lucrative.
Yes, but that nobody wants dead subs. I want people who actually watch my videos.
But money,
Like
Wyatt.
Game Olympics, most of those subs are probably fake accounts.
Yeah.
There's no. Probably.
They're-
Definitely.
Well, I mean, there's a few people who sub to us from around
Maybe
here.
10.
Yeah, maybe 10.
With the other
Now.
90.
And
No,
now,
we only have like 44.
Oh, 44?
The rest of those subs are probably
I know
bots.
Zach. I know Zach made like 10 or 20 of them.
Yeah, he probably did.
And now I will take the first bite of the first pizza roll.
Hi, all you ASMR fans, how you feel?
Everything
Does
that's
that get
supposed
you
to-
off? Does that climax your pizza roll?
Comment in the comment section below.
But and also you eat your pizza rolls really fucking weird. I just pop that shit in my mouth and go.
What? You gotta savor it.
I savor it while it's in my mouth like a penis. Alright?
Yes.
That's the best way to do it. You pop the whole thing in your mouth and you just...
I'll show y'all how real men eat pizza rolls.
He's tearing apart the pizza roll. Please, are you gonna suck the insides out of that pizza roll?
I was going to, but I couldn't go through with it.
Fucking psycho. Yeah, I'm just gonna slurp this climax pizza roll real quick. Oh. But no, again, I do not heat my pizza rolls up to the point where they explode.
Actually, that is a good question. Do you guys do that?
Let us know your
Comment in the comment
preference.
section below.
Well, at least I'm not like some people with Hot Pockets that cook it only to where it's like a little frozen in the middle.
Ah, who did that?
Weird people, man. I don't even know if this podcast will be an hour long.
My
It might
microwave
be.
does that automatically.
What? Leave it a little frozen in the middle? So you have to heat it up again?
Yeah.
And then you have to climax your Hot Pockets?
Yeah.
You need a better microwave. Don't sexually lick that fucking pizza roll while looking at me in my eyes.
See that?
Yeah, I see that. That's hot. Like these climax pizza rolls.
They're mildly warm.
Well, they've been sitting here for a minute or two.
Yeah,
They've been cooling off.
No one ate them.
Well, yeah.
So hey,
Let us know your preference of Hot Pockets / pizza rolls. How do you like them? Can you
You
stop
climax.
rubbing my leg?
Do you climax your pizza rolls, or do your pizza rolls climax you?
or both.
There can be only one.
Was it fucking Highlander? There can be only one. Anyway, how's your guys' day been? Was it a good day? A good
Alright.
Sunday afternoon? I slept most of the day. And then I went to go watch WrestleMania. So that was fun.
That did happen. That is true.
Mm-hmm.
I stayed here. This is my house, by the way.
Yeah, we're recording.
Welcome to my home.
We're recording in Brandon's house.
Don't sit on the couch. It might be a little sticky.
Welcome to my crib.
From these climaxed pizza rolls.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. What's so funny? Brandon? Are you dying?
It was like 3 seconds of silence.
I mean, it's a fucking podcast. It's not like we're trying to do a fucking Let's Play or a show right now, like where we have to be funny. This is us just outside of recording, just having fucking fun.
Mm-hmm.
Currently, I'm jerking Butler off.
This is true.
His pants are literally around his ankles. I have his penis out through the fucking little slit in the boxers for men. Who is that for? Why is that a thing?
Men. Obviously.
Why is that a thing?
Obviously for men.
Okay, it's for men, but why is it there?
So you
When
have
d-
to like take the boxers and like flip them down over your junk.
I do that anyway.
You can just like poke it through the hole.
Okay. If I gotta take a leak, I don't give a fuck. I'm just gonna whip it out.
I don't care how bad I have to pee. I'm pulling it through the hole. Just because I don't feel like
What?
pulling my boxers down over my stuff.
You gotta flash everybody, man.
If there's no hole down there, I'm fucking going from the bottom and lifting up.
Pull your fucking boxers all the way up so you can pee.
No, not the whole boxer, just the one leg. Just kind of like
Just the one leg.
pull it up and over a little bit.
Oh, Butler's got a massive cock, by the way, guys. It's in my hands. While I'm also eating some Climax pizza rolls.
I'm pretending not to notice.
No, Brandon really is really watching hard.
would be sad if the mic didn't pick that up.
Oh god. So guys, watching any good movies lately? Any interesting shows or
Yeah.
what is that?
Shazam, Captain Marvel, and Pet Sematary.
You seen Shazam?
Yes.
You seen Pet Cemetery?
Yes.
Were they both good?
Yes.
Nice.
Cool
Yes.
story.
My sister wants to see Pet Cemetery on her birthday with her husband.
Me, personally, the original one's a lot better.
Really?
But it's still not a bad movie.
That's cool.
It's a cool story.
I'm a little scared to watch Shazam and or Captain Marvel
Why?
because I heard Captain Marvel was not well received by fans.
I liked it.
Well, she's confirmed for Endgame anyway because we've already seen the fucking poster for Endgame. She's on the fucking poster with the same pose that she has on the poster for Captain Marvel.
What are you talking about?
Like the
Like
big
just
fucking...
eliminating the fact that she's gonna die
We don't know if she's gonna die.
in Captain Marvel.
Wait, what?
In Captain Marvel.
She dies?
No, I'm just. Never mind. I'm talking about how the poster for Endgame like eliminates the fact that she dies in Captain Marvel.
So she dies at the end of Captain Marvel.
No.
Spoilers.
The poster for Avengers Endgame gets rid of the fact that she could die in Captain Marvel.
That she
So-
could die in Captain Marvel.
Yeah.
Yes.
So for anyone who has,
Nobody alive would believe you if you said she died at the end of Captain Marvel.
I would.
I wouldn't because she's in fucking Endgame.
I trust.
That's what I'm saying.
She's
Her
wa-
being
Exactly.
in Endgame
Exactly.
That's-
Yes.
that's the reason why that
Yeah,
happens.
yeah, it gets rid of the suspense if she dies or not.
Plus, when was the last time you saw a superhero die in a superhero movie?
Batman vs Superman.
Okay, let's rephrase that. When was the last time?
Superman did fucking die.
When was the last
and
time-
It was a
Superman.
movie.
When was the last time
I mean,
you saw a superhero die in a good superhero movie?
There you go.
Green Lantern.
He didn't die.
Also, that wasn't
Well,
a good movie.
Oh wait, no.
His career almost did.
It's Ryan Reynolds' career almost died because of Green Lantern. But Logan was probably the last superhero movie I saw that the superhero actually died in a good movie. Logan was a really good movie.
That was a really good movie.
It was very sad. I cried.
He wasn't really the main superhero, though.
Yeah, he was.
His daughter.
Well, his quote-unquote daughter. But yeah, I still cried.
Allegedly.
Just because she has his DNA doesn't make her his daughter legit.
Wade Wilson has his DNA.
True, but they're not brothers and or
Well, I mean,
father and son.
That's if they call her his daughter, then that would.
That would
That
make
would be-
Deadpool
yeah.
Wolverine's son. Blow your fucking minds right there.
Wolverine just happened to jerk off into his Gatorade. That's how he got it.
I mean, they're both Canadian.
Wait.
Hugh Jackman's not Canadian. He's Australian.
I'm not
Yeah.
talking about like real life actors. I'm talking about
Oh yeah.
Wade Wilson and Logan. We never find out his last name. That's fucking weird.
I'm gonna guess it's Rivera.
Out of all the fucking X-Men movies, we never find out Logan's last name.
I'm pretty sure he. Actually, I think it starts with an S.
It might. I mean, they might like elevate or like reveal it in the comics, but I don't read comics. I'm not a comic guy. So back to movies. Fucking Endgame comes out in like a week. Not to
April
put a
24th.
damn it, you dated it.
Oh,
Yeah,
you
well,
guys said
people-
not to put a date on it.
No, I mean I don't care. People will probably figure it out anyway.
It's already been released.
I mean, Game of Thrones literally releases in a week. Well, this coming Sunday, the 14th.
I don't watch Game of Thrones.
I do. It's fucking
Same.
great, dude.
I don't.
Have y'all ever just tried to watch Game of Thrones?
No.
Well, there you go. It's a good show.
I didn't say
I
it
said
wasn't.
yeah.
When did you try to watch it?
In Syria.
Which episode did you start with?
1.
How many episodes did you get through?
Half of 1.
Bro, that's where you fucked up. You gotta finish the episode. Man, you gotta do it. You gotta do TV shows like you do anime. You gotta give it the 3-episode rule. You watch the first 3 episodes, and if it's not interesting at all, then you just
I'm
Leave it alone.
sorry, the last TV show I saw, I don't recall it having big titties flopping around everywhere.
Hey man, what's wrong with big titties?
No, anime has that. TV shows don't, so I go to anime instead.
Game of
Flash-
Thrones has titties.
That's
The
Alan.
Flash doesn't have fucking that.
What is that? Tits?
Yeah, but like
That's Alan.
big and like bouncing for no reason at all. They're standing still and they're just like shaking around all over the place.
I won't argue there, but Game of
Okay.
Thrones has tits. Game of Thrones has actual sex scenes. And people getting brutally murdered.
And that's what makes it good.
And getting
Like what exact season and episode does that stuff happen in?
almost all of them. Literally in the first 5 minutes of the first episode, a dude gets decapitated. If you were paying attention.
I was like out in that field.
Yeah. Also, the two guys that get killed by the White Walkers at the very beginning of the episode. There's a lot of killing and maiming. It's also a very political show with a lot of backstabbing, behind the scenes stuff, and that's what makes it interesting to watch because you never know what the fuck's going
By
on.
backstabbing, are you referring to the sex scenes? Or?
Yeah, there is a scene where a chick takes shots from the back. There's also a fucking sex scene with lesbians. There's also gay men, but it doesn't show anything of the gay men. It just hints at what happens,
Show any wolves?
like fucking or.
No. What?
Yes, the show has wolves.
I like wolves.
You didn't finish like they find direwolf puppies after the Ned decapitates that dude.
No,
for,
I mean like wild wolves, not.
I don't know. Well, not spoiling anything, but something happens where they have to let one of the wolves go, and it does come back in a later episode. Leader of a pack. So yeah,
Sure, why not?
but granted, it doesn't happen until like season 7, but it still happens.
It's still a thing.
Yeah,
That happened.
I'm fucking pissed that season 8's only gonna have 8 episodes.
Are they like really long though?
Probably.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna set my DVR to record season 8 until the DVD box set comes out because I got to get a new season 5 box set and I got to get a new season 7, or not a new season 7. I got to get season 7. The reason why I have to get a new season 5 is because the last disc, Mom and Dad, I introduced them to the show and they started loving it and watching it more. And we got to season 5 one night and I tried to pop the last disc out of the package, out of the box.
Mm-hmm.
And when I put my thumb on that middle plastic thing to pop the disc up, the fucking disc broke.
Oof.
Yeah, it just went. I was like, well, we can't fucking watch these 2 episodes that are on this fucking disc.
Did you try turning it off and then back on?
Going back to
Damn it, no, I didn't.
Go
Maybe
back-
that would work.
going back to seasons that are too short. You want to know what else this season's going to be too short?
What's that?
Attack on Titans.
Well, that's.
It's freaking 10 episodes. We don't need that.
Are you talking about season 3?
Yeah, season 3, part 2.
But you got all of season 3 before that, so it's all conjoined season 3.
Shh, we don't talk about that.
Speaking of Attack on Titan, Butler, have you watched it?
I have not.
Oh my god.
Oh, wow. I hate you with a burning passion within my soul. Wait, you can fix this.
You can watch it.
My Hero Academia.
He's been in Syria for the past year, so.
you can. There's a door right over there.
He's been in Syria for the past year, man, so he hasn't really had time to watch anime.
True.
And or the good internet connection to watch anime.
Mm-hmm.
So I honestly don't blame him. Well,
Yeah.
that means we can introduce him to My Hero, and we can introduce him to Attack on Titan.
Yeah.
What anime have you watched that's not Naruto or DBZ? Or
Never
SAO?
really watched DBZ.
Really?
Yeah, can never get into it.
Hmm. I mean, it's not for everybody, but okay, fair enough.
Yu-Gi-Oh,
Okay, Yu-Gi-Oh.
That's
Pokemon, if you count that, I guess.
Yeah, Pokemon's an anime.
Dead Man Wonderland.
Oh,
Never finished it.
I haven't
'Cause
even
I
seen
can't-
it.
I can't ever find it.
I know some places. Not gonna
I used to
disclaim
watch-
them. Not gonna disclaim them in the video just for specific reasons, but
Well, you can disclaim them to me quietly.
I will tell you after the show.
Fine. I can't ever finish it though, because like you used to come on a Tsunami, some show every night.
Oh,
Not sponsored.
yeah. Yeah, we know. Okay, yeah,
It
it used to come on every Saturday night.
Yeah, I'd watch it then, but I could never finish. Like, I can't remember how far I got. I could never finish it though, and I can't find it.
I know some places that you could watch it on.
Yeah. Also, we should.
Kill la Kill? Yeah, Kill la Kill's dope.
Fun.
No, I came like I kill.
Oh, okay. No, I hadn't seen that one. I've seen Kill la Kill.
Kill la Kill.
Kill la Kill's really good.
You like it?
It's kind of short though.
What, Kill la Kill? Yeah.
Yeah. You should watch Black Clover.
Yeah, Black Clover's good. There's a lot of new anime that's come out this last year that you have not seen.
I've seen Seven Deadly Sins.
I have not seen that.
You haven't?
I have not seen
The Seven Deadly
really
Sins
good.
is really good.
They're
I
making
have
a
that.
season 4.
That makes two.
Probably.
That makes 3 people that told me that Seven Deadly Sins is good.
It is.
It was
really
you. It's
good.
you, Brandon, and Zach. Like, I just don't have Netflix, and I can't ever find. Like, I'm not gonna go to one specific website for specific reasons because there's a lot of pop-up ads. I can deal with the ads.
Netflix
Like, because when you check.
pop-up ads.
No, I'm talking about the website that I watch.
Kiss Anime.
Damn it!
I keep.
You fucking gave.
I
Okay.
keep forgetting about
The charade's
that.
up. It's Kiss Anime. Yeah,
Yeah, but I
but
don't use
they've.
that.
If you click on the fucking video now, like you have to click on the video like 5 times and close out the pop-up ads. And if you don't have pop-ups or notifications or whatever cookies turned on, you cannot watch the show because that's how they keep their website up and running.
Well, then go to a different website.
There's not a lot of good websites that you can pirate anime on. And yes, I pirate anime. Fuck you, but I also pay for Funimation, so I'm also still a decent person.
I mean, the rule is if you have one, then you can pirate whatever is not on that one. That's the rule.
Yeah. Like, I don't pirate SAO, Black Clover, My Hero,
Because-
DBZ, DBZA. Oh, that's YouTube, never mind. Dragon Ball Super, you know. A lot of fucking anime that's on Funimation. I don't pirate. Well, Dragon Ball Super is the exception because Funimation is yet to update Dragon Ball Super to have the rest of the season, or the rest of the series, English dub.
I hate that they only have 5 seasons of Naruto on Netflix.
Yeah,
Yeah.
OG Naruto?
I don't even think they finish part 1.
No, because they moved it. Like, Hulu bought the rights to Naruto, and it's all on Hulu, and it's not even all dubbed.
They've got first 5 seasons. That's it. There's 8 seasons.
Yeah. They're only 3 seasons away from having the whole show. But Netflix is stupid.
They don't have anything to ship with them. Well, not the series.
Yeah, no, they don't have nothing for Shippuden. That's why I said that Hulu got the rights from Crunchyroll to use, or whoever owns Naruto.
Yeah.
And they have it on Hulu. It's just not dubbed. And the dub's been out for 10 years.
Well, I don't know how fast
Amazon
those
has
newer
it, too.
episodes got dubbed. Because you remember the
They
anime.
have box sets that are dubbed, Brandon, that's been
Yeah.
out for a while.
But the anime didn't end until 2017.
It don't matter.
Yeah.
That's 2 more years after. This is 2 years after Naruto had ended.
Yeah, but
Okay.
be a
When
little,
you're only
be a
half-
little lenient. They have a lot of stuff
No,
on
no,
their
no.
plates.
Listen, if you're only halfway through a season of being dubbed and the season's or the show's done, if you're only halfway through the show, because you can only get halfway through the show in English dub on Hulu before it's like Japanese only. Half the show. And there's a lot more time that they could take to dub it, but they don't
Wait.
because they're fucking lazy.
Wait, question.
Yeah.
Does the dub end during the war arc?
Yes.
Okay, then that's fine.
No, the dub, no. On Hulu, no. The dub ends way before that.
But there was still some good parts before the war arc.
Yeah, I know.
Like the pain fight.
I don't even think the pain... it may end, like, maybe after the pain fight. If I don't use Hulu anymore, so I don't know.
Okay.
But they've still got so much more show to dub. And they don't do it. Why? Because they shit on the people who enjoy the dub. If you... Okay, don't judge me for liking the dub. I just don't want to read and watch anime at the same time.
I do read and watch anime at the same time. I do
I'm
that
not
exclusively.
I want to... I don't watch TV to read.
Yeah, but it's much better when you read it.
No, it's not. If I wanted to read, I'd just read the manga. And I don't have time to read the manga. because I'm not gonna sleep like at 3 in the morning, have my bedroom light on, reading manga, or blowing my eyeball, or like burning my retinas out with my phone literally right up to my face trying to read manga.
It depends on the series.
I'm not gonna do that because I have a bad enough eyesight as it is.
Yeah. Because some series are fast reads and you can get through a lot.
Naruto is not a fast read.
Naruto is not a fast read. You are correct.
Yeah, coming from somebody who've read the whole thing.
I read the entirety of Shippuden.
Oh, Butler, I've started
Watching
watching.
read all of Shippuden.
I read the entirety of Shippuden.
Oh my
The reason
God.
why is because I was watching Shippuden, right? And then it was still inside the Kazekage recovery arc
Yeah, the
where they were gonna get
Kage
Gaara.
Summit.
No, where they were gonna get Gaara because he was kidnapped.
Oh.
So I was watching that, and Guy was fighting like a weird clone of himself, and the same 15 seconds of animation replayed like 4 or 5 times. Then moved on to another 15 seconds of animation that replayed 4 or 5 times, and they did that like 3 or 4 times in a row. And I said, I'm gonna read the manga because that is padding incarnate.
No, well, you got to remember they weren't on.
Yeah,
they were crapping out episodes like every day
and
almost. So I understand where they were coming from with the animation. It's not like today where they have a specific season.
Yeah, it's seasonal. But see, the thing is yeah, I get that, and I get how anime was made then. But if you said you can either watch this and have the quality be all over the place depending on how it's going to be, or you can read this and the quality is going to be pretty consistent throughout, I'm going to choose consistent throughout.
Just like my content. Non-consistent.
That is valid.
Shut the fuck up.
I mean, it's true. The only consistent uploads I've had have been 2 Siege videos. At the time of recording this. Who knows what else will come out before this.
Probably a lot of stuff.
Kimimaro?
Kimimaro from original Naruto? Yeah, he's fucking cool.
Do you remember how much? You know, like how much different the storyline would be if he wouldn't have died right then.
Very fucking different.
Gaara would have been dead. Lee would have been
dead.
Naruto probably would have been dead
Probably.
because he would have went like straight after him.
Kiba and Choji and everybody would have fucking died.
Yeah.
The show would have just ended right there.
Yeah.
If Kimimaro was allowed to live. Oh, I started watching One Piece.
What's the other thing though? Because if Kimimaro wouldn't have had that disease, he would have been Orochimaru's.
He would have been.
Successor.
So
Yeah.
he never would have went after Sasuke. So he never would have even fought Naruto or any of them.
So the series
True,
would
but
not-
he probably would have went after Sasuke anyway. Just because fucking Orochimaru looks for power, and he'd probably tried to.
But he was gonna get it from Kimimaro. He was gonna take his body so he could have his Kekkei Genkai.
Yeah, but he would probably end up wanting Sasuke's Kekkei Genkai too. So because
Well,
it's
like, you know,
Orochimaru. By
to
the
be
end of
fair-
Shippuden, Orochimaru is a fucking jutsu whore.
Yeah.
Whose only main purpose at the end of Shippuden was to revive the 4th, 2nd, 3rd, and the first 4 Hokage to help with the fight against Madara.
And well, so that way Sasuke could talk to them, and then they were like, "Yeah, I guess we'll fight."
Yeah, you shouldn't destroy the Leaf Village.
That sounds like
So, Itachi was on a secret mission. Spoilers if you haven't seen fucking Naruto at all. But the show's been out for a while, so have fun. The manga's been out for even longer.
If you haven't like at least even heard the story by now, you should just give up.
It turns 20 this year.
Yeah, Naruto. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. There's no reason that they should not have all of the dub out already. And speaking of dub, inflammation on fucking box sets is fucking ridiculous. One box set of Naruto will cost you $20,
How much that cover?
and that's only like 6 or 7 episodes.
Oof.
Yeah, that's fucking shit, man. That's like, I remember looking at Barnes and
They
Noble.
not do it by season?
No,
No,
they
make
only
more
cut
money
it
off.
up into episodes, like the select few episodes for box set.
That is horrible.
I mean, to be fair, a lot of those box sets are just gonna be straight filler, anyways. So you can like skip over those.
True, but they should have done like what they did with DBZ's box sets. DBZ has like seasons. Like the first season that I own, because I found one finally.
I own season 1 and 9 of DBZ. All right.
Mhm.
First season, very first episode of Dragon Ball Z to the fight with I think the end fight with Nappa
Oh,
or something like that. That's a lot of episodes.
because we both know what you're talking about.
I know, because y'all don't fucking care about DBZ. I'm probably the only person in our friend group that cares about Dragon Ball Z. Jordan likes Dragon Ball Z, he just doesn't care for it like I do. Jordan don't even really watch anime.
Doesn't he have a Dragon Ball Z tattoo?
Not anymore. He got it covered up.
Oh.
He got it covered up with something else, but I don't. Well, Austin likes DB. Or he likes Dragon Ball.
I like Dragon
He likes
Ball.
original Dragon Ball. I like original Dragon Ball too, but I
Dragon Ball
accept
is
the
funny.
series as a whole of how far off the main topic of martial arts that it went.
Mm-hmm.
Just because Akira Toriyama wanted to try something new, and then the show was originally supposed to end at the end of the Frieza arc, and it's supposed to be done, but no, they're like, no, you got to keep going because you can't just end it right here because it's so fucking lame. And then they pushed him and pushed him and pushed him until they shat on everything that they know and love about the Dragon Ball series.
See, one thing I find interesting about Dragon Ball is that whenever it first started coming out in Shonen Jump, the biggest and most important series was Fist of the North Star, which had like a big burly man who could walk through falling skyscrapers and be unfazed. So he was big. He was a strong masculine man, and then everyone got tired of that because everyone made series like that. Like everything was like that, with big masculine guys doing cool stuff. But then Dragon Ball had a much softer art style. It was more comedic. In a sense, it almost made fun of those really masculine series. But then, if you look at the end of Dragon Ball, it had become what it had made fun of previously.
Not all the time.
It had become a show about masculine men
well, that's
being
just,
masculine.
well, you
There's
gotta
not,
think.
there might not necessarily be anything wrong with that, but I just think that the evolution of that is interesting.
How many how many shows before Dragon Ball came out showed these people training their bodies to be that buff? Not a lot.
Yeah.
Not a lot. They've always been buff. Goku, Vegeta, Trunks, Goten, Gohan, all the Z fighters are that buff because they've trained to be that buff. And then, like in the the Cell Saga, when Trunks says he's discovered a new form, and it's the really buff, Broly-looking form, then they're like, "Oh, okay, it's a new form, but nobody cares about this form because it makes you so much fucking slower than you normally are when you have your normal body."
Mm-hmm.
Because the energy that you're coursing through your body to be that buff is draining your speed. That's why Trunks pretty much just gave up that fight with Cell and told Cell to pretty much kill him because he was a shit fighter. But you have specific characters like Broly, which I showed Brandon DBZA's Broly movie last night.
Yeah.
And I like Broly as a character. He's just really got a really fucking bad backstory, except for now, where they've retconned his backstory and actually made it canon.
Okay, that reminds me of the greatest joke that has ever been made. The English dub voice actor for Broly also voice acts Edward Elric from Full Metal Alchemist. So he voices the man with the most saddest backstory in the world, and also Edward Elric. Rip.
Yeah, Full Metal Alchemist. I haven't watched it.
I've
Not
watched like some of Brotherhood, and I liked what I saw, but for some odd reason I just don't watch it.
He wants to watch the OG.
Yeah, I've also heard the
regular Full Metal Alchemist is better.
the
than
original
Brotherhood.
handled the beginning
absolutely
better.
is.
The original handled the beginning better. Of course, the ending's not exactly canon. While Brotherhood doesn't do the beginning as good because I figure everyone knows what happens anyways, but it actually ends the way it was supposed to.
Paul, have you seen Yu
So-
Yu Hakusho?
You kind of gotta so it's kind of a balance of the two.
I've seen a couple episodes.
What do you think of Yu Yu Hakusho? If you can remember what you saw.
I just remember something about the guy dying.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's literally the first episode.
Yusuke dies.
Yusuke died. Spoilers if you haven't seen Yu Yu Hakusho,
That's
but you
not
know
a-
that
things
show's
in-
been out for fucking ever.
Things in the first episode aren't spoilers. That's all.
The literal title of the first episode is "Surprised to be Dead."
Yeah.
So I mean,
I like Hunter x Hunter more though.
I've watched like maybe 1 or 2 episodes of Hunter x Hunter,
Hunter
and
x Hunter.
then just never
See-
started watching it again.
Hunter x Hunter is one of those shows you have to make the commitment to watch.
Yeah,
I
it's
mean,
like One Piece.
It's not like super long. Like One Piece has like 900, 800, 900 something episodes. But Hunter x Hunter only has like 148. But those 148 episodes are so freaking good that it's hard to describe why it's good. That's what I like. That's what I like about it.
Hey, you're not a part of this podcast.
Get out of here. And to explain how weird the series gets, there's an arc that's like 60 episodes long, and the second half of the arc takes place in an hour. Like, those 30 episodes are 1 hour in showtime, which means an episode is about 2 minutes of actual time.
Well,
And that is a mix of narration, inner thoughts, and bouncing around between fights. But it works. Which is what makes the series so interesting, because each arc isn't like the last arc. Like every arc has like its own like feel and theme and mechanics to an extent, which is really fun. And also there's Sasuke, but written well.
are you talking about the opposite of Gon?
No, I'm talking about Kurapika.
Oh,
Who's like, I will avenge my clan and kill a group of people.
not
Not one, but a group.
Sasuke was better. I remember hating Sasuke when I first started watching Naruto. I thought he was cool. I just thought his character was like, you're just dark and brooding for no fucking reason.
I remember liking Sasuke.
And then I found out that
it.
Itachi, like when we actually find out that Itachi killed his whole clan, I was like, okay, well you have a reason. And then you find out why Itachi killed the clan, and then I was like, oh.
Itachi was like always my favorite character, even before they had the whole thing about Itachi just doing it for the actual village. Itachi was always my favorite.
I mean, I like Itachi as a character.
I liked Itachi.
I liked his plan for when he passed on his Mangekyo Sharingan to Sasuke, and then Toby tried to take it out of his face.
Then
And
Amaterasu.
then it hit him with the Matarasu. It was fucking dope.
Yeah. I will say
Because Itachi was a strategist first.
Itachi was my favorite character until the Kakashi Obito fight. Then
Oh,
Kakashi became my favorite character because that was a freaking good
I
fight.
love Kakashi. Kakashi's a great character. He's exactly like Sasuke. He lost everybody he knew and loved, but he didn't go on try to be on a murderous rampage about it.
Yeah.
After one guy. Because, granted, he thought Obito was dead.
But he wasn't.
He wasn't dead. And then he kills Rin. So those village, what was it, the Mist?
I think it was
Rain?
the Clouds. I think it was
Cloud? Cloud
It was-
Ninja wouldn't get their hands on
Kamigami.
her. And then he passes out, and then Obito goes on that fucking murder spree, killing everybody around him. Which is fucking phenomenal.
I guess Sasuke, like, he had someone to blame. Gosh, he didn't.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. I think maybe Kakashi blamed himself for
Yeah,
letting
yeah,
them
yeah.
letting them both die.
Oh, he
Yeah.
definitely did.
I mean, like, he did promise Obito he'd protect Ren,
And he killed her.
in which he didn't.
You know, that's the last thing Obito sees of Rin is Kakashi's arm or
Kakashi's
hand sticking through her
Straight
chest,
lightning blade him.
and then passes out in a pool of blood.
Yeah.
But we do get a good moment with Kakashi when he sees his dad, like when he's in that half and half state between dead and alive after the Pain fight.
Before the Pain fight.
I'm talking about between Kakashi and Pain, not
Yeah.
Naruto and Pain.
Okay, yeah.
After the fight with Pain,
Mhm.
with his fight with Pain.
Yeah, and this never explicitly said what happened there.
I know.
They just talked.
Mhm.
And about
think it was
what,
maybe
I don't
like-
know.
kind of like Purgatory,
Yeah.
but then he got revived
Mm-hmm.
by that
Ooh.
fucking weird jutsu thing that he had.
Oh, let's play a game called I Know You. Boruto? Boruto.
Have you?
You've never... Boruto has its
Boruto
own series
is-
now.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
I've seen a little bit of it. Not much, though.
What's your opinion on it? Have you seen enough to formulate an opinion?
Not really, but I like the idea of it. Just the
He likes the idea.
continuity of it.
I don't like it.
Okay.
I just
can-
don't like it because the characters are pretty much just copy and pastes of their, like, okay, Mitsuki, Sadara, and Boruto are fine,
Yeah, they're fine.
but the only other person that has any kind of
Unique characterization.
unique characterization other than their parents is fucking Metal Lee.
Yeah.
And that's because he can't fight in front
Well,
of people.
I will say, you probably didn't get far enough to meet Shinki. This Garu's adoptive son.
No, I have not. I didn't.
He's neat and interesting.
But it's not his real son, so it doesn't count.
Yeah, and also say like if you read the manga doesn't do any of that, and like any of those none of those characters matter.
I mean, the anime, like, it might be fine, but
Yeah.
I just can't get past that.
How do you
Most
feel-
of the characters are copy and paste of their parents from OG Naruto, and I'm like,
I would love that, though.
I
How
wouldn't
do you feel
because it's
about-
meant to be the next
Okay.
generation. It's not really meant to repeat the same shit.
But I think Boruto as a character is very interesting.
Well, yeah, he's just a brat because he's a brat.
No,
He
he's
thinks he's
okay.
entitled to everything because
Here.
his dad's the fucking Hokage.
Let me explain.
But he's shit.
Remember inside the pain fight, whenever Naruto meets his dad for the first time.
Yeah, what about it?
You want to know what he does? At the very very beginning, he punches his dad in the face
Yeah, he punches his dad in the face
because he is angry with him for making him live the life he did.
yeah,
And we're on Naruto's side on this because we saw that firsthand.
yes.
We saw how people treated him. And we don't know who this Minato guy is. He's just some guy. Later on, we learned that his motivations were good, and it was probably the best option they had.
Yeah, just so
But-
Madara wouldn't get a hold of the Nine-Tailed Fox.
But when it comes to Boruto, you almost have to treat the series as if you know nothing about Naruto. Reason being
But that's
is
stupid.
reason being is because Boruto doesn't. We're seeing that same situation, but from Minato's point of view.
Yeah,
But
but
Minato didn't know
it's
that was going to happen.
it's stupid.
Because Naruto's never around. At all.
Well, yeah, you could make some kind of character development where they have a father-son moment that's not them fighting for their lives.
But it's a fighting series. That's what it's going to boil down
So
to.
what? They have fucking one of the greatest character development moments was when fucking Shikamaru and Asuma were sitting there playing a game of shogi.
That's true.
So they can do it. They can write it in
But-
to where they can talk shit out, but
but-
they just don't
but
because
wait.
they're riding the coattails of a great anime
But here, Shikamaru
and they're milking it dry for the money.
Shikamaru and Asuma were supporting cast characters,
Yes.
while Boruto and Naruto are main characters.
Well, even Naruto had fucking conversations with Kakashi and, Yamato, fucking, and other characters besides. Granted, he didn't have his parents, so he had nobody else to fucking talk to.
Yeah.
Boruto just don't want to talk to his dad because he's never around and he's pissed off all
Well,
the time
well,
about his dad
well, no, the
not
thing,
being around.
The thing is he doesn't understand why his dad's not around.
He's the fucking Hokage.
But the village isn't at war,
Doesn't matter.
and he's 12.
Naruto knew what the Hokage was meant to when he was 12.
But Naruto was brought up in a different time.
Again,
Naruto was
the
brought
whole
up in-
premise of Boruto just irked the shit out of me.
Naruto was brought up in a time where nothing was okay. War could break out.
Yes.
While Boruto was brought up in a time where war wasn't even thought about.
Until shit hits the fan.
Yeah.
And then he's fucking screwed because he's not good at anything.
I mean,
He's not good at anything. Naruto at least had the ambition to try to get better. Boruto is just a little shit stain who doesn't try to be better. He has to fucking cheat.
yeah, but
I don't care if it
That
was
was-
character development. He had to fucking cheat because he didn't know how to perform an actual jutsu because he never fucking tried. and he never could gain chakra control to do it because he's a fucking pleb.
He could do the Rasengan.
Barely. It's a little fucking ball of air,
But
and then it dissipates into nothing until he finally learns how to fucking throw it, and then it explodes into something.
yeah.
But
it's
guess
cool.
what? That is not cool. That is just
Okay.
a fucking ripoff of the Rasen Shuriken.
Okay, but here's,
But a tiny
Oh,
fucking mini nuke version.
Every single version of the Rasengan is really just a ripoff of the original Rasengan.
Yes, but Naruto adds his wind chakra style to it to perform the Rasen
Yeah.
Shuriken, and he can fucking throw it.
Boruto's
Boruto,
Rasengan is
we
just
don't even
made
know
up of
Boruto's
his
chakra
own.
nature.
yeah, that's true.
We don't know Boruto's chakra nature. How the fuck can he throw the fucking Rasengan?
Well, to be fair,
When Minato made the fucking Rasengan, Minato had to fucking physically strike his opponents with it. That's like when Naruto first learned how to use it. That's how Jiraiya learned how to use it. Then he added his own flair with his wind style chakra, and then he could learn how to throw it with the Sage mode. The
Sage
Sage
mode.
yeah. Boruto just look, a Rasengan, I just throw it.
you
It's
just-
like a pebble. He just picks it up and just throws it.
well, I mean, also, whenever Naruto is Boruto's age, what was he doing?
Training his ass off.
But what could he do? He could do Shadow Clone Jutsu,
He learned how to do the Shadow Clone Jutsu, the Sexy Jutsu. He made that up himself.
and
By Boruto, when Naruto was Boruto's age, he could make his own fucking jutsu. Just by remembering what a woman's body looks like from memory.
okay, but Boruto's
But
a
he
different
couldn't do the
character.
transformation jutsu, it's fucking ridiculous.
Yeah, that's kind of dumb.
But he becomes one of the greatest shinobi of all time because he has the drive to be the greatest.
But also-
and it makes it even better when Sasuke fucking leaves just because he wants to be the best to bring Sasuke back. And then he finally fucking does after losing his fucking arm.
I mean, I will say this: Boruto doesn't want to be the greatest.
That's what I
Because
was gonna say.
Boruto's
He
a
doesn't
little
really have
fucking
the
shit
drive for
stain.
anything.
Well, I mean,
Because he has everything.
but the thing is,
Watch Naruto and Hinata die.
His father's the
Watch him
Hokage.
lose his family.
yeah, well, the other thing I can understand why he wouldn't want to be the greatest.
His
Dad's never at
father
home,
like
so he
that.
doesn't really like his dad, anyways. And then whenever he is doing ninja stuff, everyone's like, "Yeah, I mean, you should be able to do that. You're the Hokage
But
son.
but
You should be able to do anything. You should be able to do it all."
But the
So his
tuning
expectations
exam.
are too high for
The tuning
him.
exams.
So whenever he meets his expectations, he doesn't get congratulated like Naruto would. But if he doesn't, then he gets put down.
Okay, but the tuning exam, when he fucking cheats, he's doing it all to try to win the approval of his dad
Well, yeah,
by
to stick-
cheating
to stick it to the man.
instead of actually training to piss his dad off to make sure he can actually do something and training his butt off. No, he has to cheat. And
Yeah.
then he meets Sasuke. And then he tries to learn
He-
from Sasuke.
And he, to an extent, he regrets going on with the cheating plan.
Yeah, but he still goes through it with it anyway.
Yeah, because he's a 12-year-old kid and peer pressure exists.
Who's peer pressuring you into cheating other than some stupid scientist that you have no idea who it is?
Himself.
Then why would you put yourself in that situation? Why would you
Because-
peer pressure yourself into cheating instead of using your own actual skill? That's like
Because
that's like
okay.
anybody
It's like this. It's like you have a plate of cookies on the table, and then you can either eat those or make your own. Are you gonna go through the trouble of making your own when it's right there? No,
That's not the same analogy.
you're gonna eat the cookies.
That's not the same analogy.
It is the same.
It
analogy.
is not. Because he could literally take the fucking gauntlet off his arm. Because there's no ninja alive that could use that many different styles of chakra. People only have 2 chakra natures. The last time I fucking checked, that chakra gauntlet allows him to use lightning, earth, water, wind,
Mhm.
any fucking chakra nature he wants. There's no recollection of any shinobi alive in the Naruto universe that could use any chakra nature or every chakra nature besides Kaguya's sons.
Oh, wait, and Kazuka, is that his name? The guy with the mini hearts.
Well, that's because he
Yeah,
he's
I don't like that guy. That guy was bad.
but
The reason for that.
but he can only use 4. He had lightning, wind, earth, and fire.
Yeah, but there's also himself who could use the last one. He had 4 of the things and then plus himself.
Or whatever. But Boruto, just talking about it just irks the shit out of me because it's so fucking stupid. I'm not gonna rewrite my brain to learn to watch it with knowing absolutely nothing about Naruto.
I think it's more like you have to watch it through Boruto's eyes.
Yeah, and I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that because I'm not gonna forget all of the stuff that I've remembered from Naruto and Shippuden to just wipe that from my brain. Maybe, okay, if Boruto would have came out and I had no idea what Naruto or Shippuden was, then maybe I'd like it more. I just don't. Because they're riding the coattails of 2 great anime series and they're just trying to milk it for the money. If they were planning on making a show anyway, why the fuck would they make a movie?
Because the movie.
It doesn't matter. The movie.
I mean, that was a pretty good movie.
I did see the movie. The movie is pretty good.
I'm not gonna lie. The anime, I liked that movie. That's like my situation with the Dragon Ball Super movies, Dragon Ball Z Battle of Gods and the Resurrection F movie. Why would you make those 2 movies? Would you literally make the show run through the same arcs that you base the movies off of?
Probably because they were
just so people would buy into the hype of the show.
I think
and make money.
That or because they were in the manga. They were in the manga and they just
no. In the Dragon Ball Super manga, they go from when they first learn of Beerus and the Super Saiyan God, all the way through Frieza's resurrection and on. Mm-hmm. They go through that in the manga. They just made it into a movie to get people to buy into the hype about the new series that's coming out. Granted, yeah, I understand. I like both Battle of Gods and Resurrection F. But they were unnecessary. Just like the Boruto movie was unnecessary.
Yeah, but it was good.
It doesn't matter. It's still unnecessary. It may be a good movie, but it was unnecessary for the show.
Yeah. Well, Boruto, you should also look at Boruto as like its own franchise as well.
It's not, though. I bet money on it. When Boruto ends, there will not be like a Boruto Shippuden or whatever the fuck they got coming after.
No, there will be.
I doubt it.
There's gonna be a time skip because in the first episode of Boruto, there's a flash forward to where Boruto is an adult and Konoha's destroyed.
Yes, but I bet that's all gonna happen in the same show.
I mean, yeah, I'm not sure. Don't know if they're gonna call it Boruto Shippuden, but there will be like a time skip.
It'll a time skip in Boruto: The Next Generations. It's probably not going to be split up between like Naruto and then Naruto Shippuden, where Naruto literally leaves the village for 2 fucking years to go train.
No, I think Boruto will leave.
I doubt it.
It seems
because if he gets as all powerful and unlocks some Kekkei Genkai like his mom has and shit like that, he's not going to leave. Because if he leaves, who the fuck's there to protect the village? Because I have a feeling Naruto and Hinata are gonna fucking die.
I don't know, maybe.
No, there's no maybe about it. Because if Boruto's gonna get that badass, then somebody has to die.
I mean,
somebody has to die. Either his dad has to die, and he's not there to protect the village anymore, and then he has to step up as a man to take care of the village. Because he has no desire to be the Hokage. That's Sadara.
Sadara wants that.
He just wants to be there.
Yeah.
But if his dad dies, then that may push him to be a fucking badass.
Well, also from the way he talks in that section, it sounds like he cares nothing for the concept of shinobi.
Well, maybe
he is one, but he cares nothing for the concept.
Then he's pretty.
So I'm really interested to know where the switch will be.
He's pretty much pulling a fucking Sasuke on us, just not going on a murderous blood rampage, wanting to kill the village that he lived in for fucking ever. He just probably wants to get rid of all of Shinobi, period.
I don't think it's that. I think
if you hate the concept of Shinobi, just don't be one. You have the option to not be a Shinobi. You could just be a normal fucking everyday villager who gets a normal ass job and walks around every day like a fucking NPC in a video game. And have nothing to do with the story at all.
He can't do that.
Why can't he?
Because Sarada and Mitsuki.
So
Sarada
and Mitsuki are their own people.
He already said he's going to be Sarada's right hand man.
Well, you shouldn't make promises that you don't want to fucking keep.
To do that, he's got to be a ninja.
If he's a grown man, then he has the right to say, no, you know what, fuck it, I'm done. I'm just going to go live as a hermit.
But he's a 12-year-old child right now.
I'm talking about when the time skip happens, retard.
Oh,
If he
okay.
hates the concept of Shinobi, then just fucking leave. Pull a Sasuke and leave.
He probably will leave. That's what it's gonna be.
And then not come back. He'll probably leave and then never come back, and then Konoha's probably going to get
No.
destroyed by somebody.
No, yeah, it will be. That's where Boruto starts. Is
It's
Konoha being destroyed.
fucking stupid.
It's not really for people that.
Yeah, it's
Actually
not for
watch
us who
Naruto
grew up with
or
Naruto and Shippuden. Fuck you. Okay?
Okay, I just think
You're
Still
trying
not
to
that
explain
bad,
to me an
though.
anime that I think is shit.
I will think that Boruto is a much more realistic character than Naruto was.
Well, because look at the time period that they both came out in. Nobody really cared about relatable characters back in the early 2000s.
No,
They heard ninjas
because
being able to do special things, and they were like, "Oh yeah, that shit's fucking dope."
Yusuke is a relatable protagonist though. Who acts like a human.
But look who wrote. Look who wrote. Fucking Yu Yu Hakusho.
A genius.
Yeah. Now Masashi Kishimoto is a genius.
Yeah, I mean I'll give him
But-
that. He knows his way around a character.
He made Naruto off the inspiration of Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah.
It was meant to be a heavy action anime. It's not meant to have. Yeah, it has relatable characters and good character development, but it's not meant to be relatable all the fucking time.
Yeah, but the other thing is, I didn't say relatable. I think he's more realistic. Because Naruto, no matter how you look at it, didn't act like a 12-year-old child acts.
Because he had to
he was-
fucking
He
grow
was
up.
much more mature than a 12-year-old child should have been at that point.
That he had to grow up because he had nobody to take care of him. He had to take care of himself.
Yeah, that's true.
Let me fucking drop you off. Let me take you back in time. Let me take 5 or 6-year-old you, and pretty much just you have free
No.
reign over the world, and you have nobody to take care of you. You have to learn to take care of yourself.
Yeah. So that makes sense.
Honestly, that's pretty real.
Yeah.
If you have nobody to take care of you, you have to learn to take care of yourself.
Yeah. I mean, you know,
That's very realistic, Brandon. That's your point's null and void now.
that's valid.
Yes.
But I argue that Naruto's characterization, in that sense, in that part of his life, in the being disrespected and crapped on by the village, was a very one-dimensional concept.
It was one-dimensional because most everybody knew what the fuck he had inside of him, and they were terrified of it.
Mm-hmm.
So nobody wanted to have anything to do with him. I understand that. Boruto doesn't have that excuse. Because one, his
Well-
parents are fucking alive.
Yeah, and everyone has high
Has
expectations.
high
for it.
expectations of him, and I know what it's like to have high expectations on me, coming from my family.
Yeah,
But you know what?
and then
By the time I was 15, I said, fuck it. I don't care what you guys want from me anymore.
And then couple that with his dislike of his father, and you can understand why he wouldn't want to follow in the Hokage's footsteps.
Then don't follow in the Hokage's footsteps.
And that's
Nobody's
what
making him follow in the
And
footsteps of the Hokage.
That's what he's doing.
Well, good for him. I
Okay.
still don't like the show.
Well, why not?
What have we just been sitting here arguing for the past 20 minutes for? I just don't like the show. It doesn't appeal to me
All right,
as a person. You're talking to a brick wall.
that's fine. That's fine. Just I think Boruto is well written.
And Butler's just been listening to us argue for the past 20
Yeah.
minutes.
We hit an hour.
Yeah, I know.
We did hit an hour
But not
And
all
this-
podcasts stop at an hour. We were having a heated discussion.
about why Boruto is well written.
I never said it wasn't real well written. I just think it's a copy and paste of OG Naruto with all the other characters that aren't the main 3.
So
It's just copy and pasted.
like Dragon Ball Super.
Dragon Ball Super has the same characters though. They're
Yeah,
not. They're,
so
they're not
it's-
children.
So it's a little bit better.
Anyways,
No.
Yeah,
Dragon Ball
you
Super is
didn't
better than
wanna be.
Boruto. Period.
this
The only
is-
reason why is because they don't have to change characters.
Okay. This is a quote from. This is a paraphrase of the Dragon Ball Super manga. Using strategy in a fight makes you weak.
Who said that?
I don't know, someone.
That's
But-
not wrong
but that
because
was-
Goku and Vegeta.
But that was treated as if that was correct.
It's not though.
But that's how. But it was treated as if that is the right stance to take on the situation
It is not.
in the manga.
Have you read the manga?
No.
Exactly. Any fighter in DBZ or DBZ Super, they're fighters. They don't have time to think of a strategy before the fight.
Yeah, but
They go into the fight and then they learn, hey, my enemy knows how to do this specific thing. I should watch out for this, all on the fly. Their brain's thinking 90 miles an hour while they're constantly worrying about getting punched or kicked or something.
But it's not just that. It's the fact that formulating a plan beforehand is frowned upon.
Because that's the whole point
Which
of
is-
a fight.
Which is dumb.
No. I can understand. Okay, if it was military tactics, I can understand formulating a plan before, just dropping bombs on whoever the fuck. Or invading somebody for whoever the fuck. If it's a one-on-one fight, do you think...
If it's a
Do you,
one-on-one
think
fight,
do you think professional UFC fighters have a real good plan before they go in?
yeah, they're gonna know who they're fighting beforehand.
Yeah, they actually spend time.
They do know who they're fighting beforehand, yes. But if you get thrown into a situation, just say if I were to go to a bar right now and just
Wait.
get into a random fight with some random dude I did not know,
Wait,
I don't have time to think of a strategy, Brandon.
wait, I should explain this as well. This quote was said in the midst of a tournament arc.
Which tournament arc?
I don't know, one of them.
In Super?
Yeah.
What's the quote?
I don't remember the quote exactly. It was something along the lines of, God, what was it? I don't remember. It was something.
Okay, then your point's null and void until you can prove the fact that you're.
I'll find
quote.
it. I'll find it and I'll show that crap to you.
But none of these people knew who any of them were. In the Dragon Ball Super, the Tournament of Power arc, the only people that knew, granted, all of the gods and Supreme Kais of each universe knew who Goku and Gohan and Majin Buu were, because they had a preliminary tournament to get the Omni Kings into, because the one Omni King, which is from another timeline, never got to see a tournament fought in front of him. So they're like, okay, we're going to have this preliminary match that doesn't really matter. Universe 7 versus Universe 9. 3 fighters from each of those fight for the Omni King's enjoyment, pretty much.
Mm-hmm.
Granted, everybody in the fucking cosmos knew who fucking Goku was and how he fought because the Supreme Kais and the Gods of Destruction told those fighters from those universes how he fights and what he does.
Yeah.
Okay? So they all knew what was going to happen. Here's the thing. Everybody in Universe 7 had no idea what the fuck anybody else knew. It's like you get dropped into a situation where you have no time to formulate a plan. It's like talking to a hot chick. You just walk up and say something and you don't know what to say next. You don't come up with a plan of what you're going to say. You just talk.
Hold on. I'll stop you right there. You definitely
come up with a plan
before you go talk to that girl.
Because you open up with this.
That's what
obviously.
pussies do.
No, obviously you open up. No, you.
That's what pussies do.
You always
Smart people do.
You always open up with the same thing. How much does the polar bear weigh? Enough to kill my wife. Hi, how's it going?
Pull the ring off and everything while you're shaking her hand.
Fuck's sake. But they get dropped into the tournament. There's 12 universes.
Mm-hmm.
And each team from each universe has 10 people on that team. Do the math, real quick.
12, 800. No.
Wait, what?
10
times.
teams of 12. Or 12 teams of 10.
Okay.
Do the math. How many people is that?
120.
120 people thrown into one arena. And
Yeah.
they're all gunning for Goku in Universe 7.
Well, you have the time to watch other people's fights and learn.
No, you don't. It's a battle royale.
Oh.
All the teams are thrown into the arena at one time and just let loose on each other.
Goku's in the fight too, ain't he?
Yeah.
That's 119.
Yeah, no, Goku is in the fight. Goku is part of a team of 10.
Yeah, so it'd be 119 against 1.
Yeah.
Actually, no, it'd be more like 109. Or
109.
Yeah, he's
110 versus
Yeah, he's
all
got
of
the 10
Universe
people
7. So that's 110 people versus 10 people.
Yeah, but that's the preliminary rounds.
No, it's not. if you get in the Tournament of Power, if you get thrown out of the ring or out of the arena, you cannot fly because of the zone you are in. You get teleported back up to the stands, and you are out. And whichever team loses all of their or whichever universe loses all of their fighters gets destroyed by the Omni King.
Like dead destroyed.
Yeah, they get fucking like they never existed.
All right.
So you don't have time to formulate a plan. You don't know who the fuck's going to be
Okay.
the ringer of each team.
Okay. Well, let's take this and put it into a perspective of a similar concept. Take the provisional hero license exam for My Hero. It's the same battle royale format, but everyone does come up with a plan.
Granted, Deku did come up with a plan to stick together because they didn't know who they were fighting against. That is
Yeah.
not a bad plan. But there is no way of knowing who to target on each team. There's no way to know what the other students' quirks were. He just said stay together, and Bakugo and Todoroki said fuck that.
Yeah.
And, you know, because Bakugo and Todoroki are fucking fantastic.
Do what they do.
Yeah, they do them. Top 3 heroes: Midoriya, Todoroki, and then Bakugo. Bakugo's gonna be number 3, by the way.
No, Bakugo's going to be number...
No, he's not. Todoroki's gonna be number 2. Anyway, Deku comes up with the plan to stick together. That's not a bad plan.
Yeah.
I don't know. I haven't seen up all the way through the Tournament of Power, so I honestly don't know what happens if they do come up with a plan or whatever. But
also, take the section where...
if
Momo
you know who you're
and-
fighting, you know what to avoid.
Yeah, I mean...
If you don't know who you're fighting, you're just there fighting blind until you figure out a strategy in your head while fighting.
I mean, take what Momo and her group does against the lady with the IQ quirk. They come up with a plan before they jump in and try to do something.
Well, that's because they already have a grasp of the situation at hand. It's not like they formulated a plan before going into this building. Oh, hey, if this shit goes down, we're gonna do this.
Well, yeah.
They already had contact with the enemy, and they were freezing to death. And then Momo figured it out that, hey, she's making me run out of all of my lipids to where I can't fucking move. She's freezing the frog, deafening our fucking sound specialist. She figured it out.
Yeah.
And then she came up with the idea, hey, I'm going to make 2 giant fucking speakers to knock some people unconscious, and then we get out of here.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
She came up with that on the fly. She didn't have time to sit down and think about it before the fight actually happened. That's the whole point I'm getting.
Well,
If
yeah.
you know your enemy before you get into a fight, you strategize then. If you don't know who the fuck you're fighting, you go in blind, and whatever happens, happens. That's like us with Vietnam.
Well,
Like the United States in Vietnam, we had no idea what the Viet Cong were capable of. And guess what happened? A lot of men died
yeah.
for no reason. Just because we were supposed to be a military police over there in the country to keep shit from happening. But then we turned it into a war.
Yeah, but I also take like the first 2 rounds of the sports festival, which were also very battle royale based. But
Everybody figured out everybody's quirks.
no, Class B had a plan before going in. They said, as long as we don't have to be number 1, as long as we finish close enough to where we don't get cut off after the first part,
That's
we can
because
make
they
our
wanted,
moves afterward.
they wanted to figure out what Class 1A was capable of. They wanted to figure out their quirks. And guess what fucking happened? They still fucking lost.
Yeah.
So you're
Wait, did
you're
anyone
pretty
from
much
Class-
defending a null and void point up until the end of this podcast.
Valid.
I don't argue with you that I'm not saying strategies for the weak-minded in a fight, but if you don't know who you're fighting, then what is there to do? Nothing.
I don't know.
If you know who you're fighting beforehand, like UFC fighters, you formulate a plan like, oh, this guy's good on the ground, or this guy's good at striking, take him to the ground, submit him. Whatever. You
Yeah.
know, you formulate a plan then. So, checkmate, boy.
Whatever, we'll talk about it later.
I have the mind of a fighter.
We'll talk about it later.
Fuck later. You're just upset because I disproved your point.
No,
Yes.
I concur that my point has not been disproven yet.
It's been disproven. Okay, well, how do you feel about strategizing before a fight? Let us know in the comments, please. Write it down there how you feel. Is it... I never said that it was cowardice to plan before a fight.
Dragon Ball Super did.
Dragon Ball Super did not.
I'll bring that
Confirm
quote to
it.
you.
Confirm
I
it,
will.
and I will. And I will tweet about it on my Twitter. Follow me on Twitter at Whack White. If Brandon, you can find me that quote where they say that strategizing before a fight is cowardice, I will tweet it out.
Mm-hmm.
Granted, I have nobody that really follows me on Twitter, but whatever.
But it'll be there.
It'll be there on my Twitter feed, and you can go see. But until you can prove that that point has been made in Dragon Ball Super, your point's dead.
Okay.
It's null and void. But then again, even if it was said in an anime, it's a fucking anime. It's not a real life fight.
Yeah, well, that's not what we're talking about. We're talking about within this realm of...
We were just talking about in fight in general.
Why would we do that?
Because you brought up that for some fucking reason, I don't remember, maybe listen to it back, why the fuck you brought up, probably, I don't know why you brought up strategizing before a fight was cowardice.
Because you said Dragon Ball Super was better than Boruto, in which I humbly disagreed with.
Well, you can disagree with it all you want, but it's true in my opinion. I am a human being. I live on planet Earth. I live in fucking America, for Christ's sake.
Uh-huh.
I can have an opinion on what is better and what is not. I prefer Wendy's over McDonald's. I prefer Burger King over McDonald's. I prefer Subway over any fast food restaurant ever. That's my opinion.
All right.
And if you don't agree with my opinion, Taco Bell's the greatest fast food restaurant ever.
Taco
Besides
Bell is the
Subway.
healthiest.
Yes, it is. But that's my opinion, and I can have my own opinion. If you don't like
Alright.
it, you can suck my nuts.
Feel free to. But I also
Go
think,
ahead, suck my nuts.
I also think we can talk about each other's opinions.
And you disagree with my opinion when I say something along the lines of, this show I like's better than the show you like.
Well, because I'm right.
That's not an opinion, Brandon.
Yeah, it
That's
is.
an agenda.
My opinion is that I'm right.
No, that is an agenda to prove that you are right.
That is kind of an opinion.
In my opinion, I'm the correct one in this situation.
That's not an opinion.
Yes, it is.
That is an agenda to prove that you are right.
I didn't say I was going to make you see that I'm right. It's just that I feel that I am right.
In your brain.
Correct.
Maybe there's thousands or millions of other people who don't care about what we're talking about.
There are plenty of those people.
Or there's people that agree with me, and there's people out there that agree with you. That Boruto's better than Super, or Super's better than Boruto. I don't care. I prefer OG Dragon Ball and OG Naruto better than both of them.
I don't care either. I've never seen Dragon Ball, and I think there are like 7 anime that are better than Naruto. Off the top of my head.
Name them.
Name them.
Go ahead.
Hunter x Hunter, One Piece, Attack on Titan, Irogi Black Clover, My Hero Academia, The Promised Neverland. What else have I read? That's 6 right now. And I'm sure there's something else that I've read. I would say Fullmetal Alchemist is. From what I've seen and read of it.
You cannot
like-
you cannot say any anime that is better than Naruto that is not finished. It has to be complete in order to combat with Naruto and or Dragon Ball, because they are both finished series.
Joke's on you. I guess Fullmetal Alchemist is the only one left. Because everything else I mentioned is still running.
There you go.
But I think some of them have gone on long enough to be able to.
I don't.
Or-
One Piece, definitely.
Yeah, One Piece and
It's not finished.
It,
They
It
may
should be.
fuck up the ending for all we know.
I doubt it.
I doubt it too, but they may fuck up the ending. And honestly, I'm still gonna prefer Naruto over One Piece, even though I'm nowhere near near to finishing One Piece.
Which is odd because you like Game of Thrones,
I do.
and Game of Thrones. Well, One Piece is like anime Game of Thrones, which you'll come to see later.
I'm not fucking stupid. One Piece has been around long enough.
Yeah, I mean it's just a very like factions doing stuff and forming alliances and going against other factions and that kind of thing.
Okay.
A lot later on.
But again, Game
It's
of
really fun
Thrones is not an anime,
Yeah.
and I prefer Naruto over One Piece
Because Naruto's finished. Naruto wrapped up his story nice and neat in a little bow. Naruto got happily married to Hinata after 2 fucking long of neglecting her love that he did not have any fucking clue about.
Mm-hmm. I think there were a lot of missteps in Naruto's writing, though.
Maybe, but the show's done. Manga's done.
Yeah. Like, I'd give it a 7 out of 10.
I'd still prefer it over other anime.
Yeah, that might be like a connection thing, like a nostalgia based thing.
No. I just prefer that over other anime. Just because I like how the characters are, I like the way it was written, I like the action scenes. Even though some of them are repeated animation, I could actually look past that because I'm not a fucking high class fucking weeb.
Well, maybe I just like quality.
It is quality. It's like a video game using the same animations over and over again.
It's not the same thing at all.
It is.
Because in a video game, you press a button and a thing happens. In a show, you watch something that's supposed to be happening. It's 2 different concepts.
Yeah, just
entirely.
because one part of the fight scene's looped 4 times doesn't mean you have to hate on it because of one fight scene.
Well, that's every fight scene.
It is
You
not
can't-
every fight scene.
You can't say that Naruto didn't have padding.
Well, fucking duh. What
But-
anime does not have padding whatsoever?
But the Naruto manga has no padding because it's the original
Because
story.
it's the fucking manga.
Exactly.
We're not discussing manga, we're discussing anime. There is a difference, Brandon. We know you prefer the manga over the anime.
I'm fully aware there's a difference between manga and anime. Trust me.
You have to make it appealing to the audience. You can't just have fucking frames of manga on screen and expect people to enjoy
Yeah,
that.
well, obviously, but
Granted, yeah, maybe the animators got sloppy and wanted to just not
not.
finish out this fight and they wanted to loop the same shit 4 times. I honestly don't care.
Well, see, the thing is they didn't even have to do that. It's not that the animation was looped like it was. It was the fact that it existed there in the way that it did. Because it didn't apply anything to the story. It didn't further a fight. It wasn't any unique fighting animation that was done. It was there for you to look at while they let the manga keep going and try not to catch up to it.
Because they wanted to make the show longer than the manga.
No, because they didn't want to catch up to the manga where they have to stop the production of the show.
Well, that works too.
Well, the
And
thing,
you understand that from a perspective. You understand that. I understand that.
I get that. We get that. The thing is,
But
that
you gotta
does
think
not.
that nothing came out seasonal
Yeah.
back then. And now everything that's coming out seasonal, they have time
To
to
do that.
animate. Yes.
And
And you're comparing Naruto to a bunch of...
I'm not comparing anything. I'm just saying that the manga is a better product.
Well, not everybody on the fucking earth will agree that the manga is a better product. I'm not disagreeing with that fact. I'm not a fucking retard. I just prefer the anime over the manga.
I didn't say you couldn't.
Then why are we arguing about
Oh.
this point?
I don't know how we got here. You brought up something and acted offensive in saying that I didn't want to. I would prefer the manga over the anime, and you acted like that was a bad thing.
I never said it was a bad thing.
You acted like it did. It was the way you said things
You prefer the manga over the anime.
for a lot of series.
Well, I prefer anime over manga.
Mhm.
It's not going to change the fact that they did have to pad out time with other fucking anime that came out before, 2014? They started doing like seasonal stuff around 2014, 2015?
Yeah, say so.
That's not their fault.
Yeah, and I get that. It's just the way the things were done then.
And you hate on it
And I think
because of the way that it was done, and you have to...
okay, you can't say you. Here's the thing. You can say something was good for the time, but it hasn't aged well. Naruto is
I
a
will
series.
never disagree that fact.
No, I feel like the way that Naruto was done, the method that its production cycle is an outdated concept.
Well, duh. Because
And-
of the way the seasons happened.
But hold on, that's stupid. Because I was just about to reiterate the same point we got to like 3 minutes ago. So why are we still talking about this?
I don't know. Butler's just been sitting here for the
Yeah,
past 30
Butler's
minutes, not
just been
saying
enjoying-
anything.
Enjoying my opinions on how anime and manga works.
Jordan's been enjoying suckling on my cock
Mm,
because that's what Butler likes to do.
yeah.
We 69 each other, but I'm on top.
So this was an
I'm
hour
in
and a
the
half
closet
of.
watching.
Huh?
And I'm in the closet watching.
No, how are you in the closet watching when I'm on top of you 69ing you?
'Cause that's not me.
You used the shadow clone.
You use a shadow clone that I can 69 with while you're watching, but you still get the experience of me sucking your wiener.
No, he wouldn't. He wouldn't until the shadow clone dissipates.
Yeah, watch
So
the
it's-
shadow clone
it's-
dissipate as soon as he jizzes. and it's like
it's a delayed clock.
Ah!
He feels it in like 20 minutes.
20 minutes after the shadow clone disappears, like, oh god, oh,
He's in Walmart.
that's what that feels like.
He's in Walmart.
Oh god.
I like how most, like, 3/4 of this podcast is going to be us discussing anime and absolutely nothing else.
and nothing gets accomplished at the end of it.
Oh, I don't care. It's a fucking podcast. We can
Yeah.
talk about whatever the fuck we want to.
So that was fun. Maybe next.
I'm really going to name this shit Climax Pizza Rolls.
Yeah, obviously that's what we did.
It's the fucking best.
And maybe next week. Next week,
Wink, wink.
wink,
maybe.
wink, maybe we'll discuss why.
Don't you dare say it. I'll slap you.
Geez, how do I want to put this? We'll explore the differences between Black Clover and My Hero Academia.
There's no fucking difference except for one's magical and one's superpowers.
Never mind. We're going to continue this podcast.
There's no fucking difference.
Yeah, there's a complete difference. Hear me
The
out.
concept's the same.
Hear me out. I'm not saying one is worse than the other.
I'm not saying that either.
But-
it's the same concept.
But here, listen to this. My Hero Academia is a story where Deku's got nothing, okay? And then he eats magic hair and becomes powerful, okay?
Black
And-
Clover.
wait, pause.
No, shut up. Black Clover. Asta has absolutely nothing, and then he gets chosen by some demon,
Okay,
and then gets two magic nulling swords, and then goes on a fucking rampage.
okay.
They're the same.
No,
It's
here,
the,
wait,
it's
oh,
the
oh,
same concept.
I
Brandon.
wasn't done. Ready? And then we see Deku's progression as he gets better and better at using One for All, right? Conversely, Asta never gets physically better at what he does. The first fight he's in, let's say the second fight he's in, he's just as good at fighting as the most current fight. He trains, but it's never shown.
It is shown.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is. Asta has been shown training.
At the beginning of the series,
No, he still's been shown training.
name one time.
It does show that flashback sequence with the fucking sword dude.
Fonzel,
Yeah,
but that was
still training.
in the past,
Doesn't count. Doesn't matter. Still training.
but it didn't happen at that time. So
Asta is constantly training.
Yeah,
Not with his
I said-
swords, but he's training his body.
I said it. He trains, but it's never shown.
He is constantly training. He uses his chores that you literally see him doing almost every episode as training. Brandon,
No,
yes. Why the fuck would he run up and down?
trains, but it's not shown. It's as simple as that. At least it's not shown to the extent that it's shown in My Hero Academia. Because there
Well,
were
not-
there,
it's
there
the
were
same-
little
okay,
there were
it's
little
this-
arcs there were little arcs in My Hero Academia dedicated to Deku getting better.
It's the same concept, just with
It's
different
told
points.
differently.
It's the same concept.
Told
There is no
differently.
difference between the shows,
There-
concept-wise.
I was about to say there is a difference because the two shows are told completely differently.
They're told differently, but the concept's still the same.
Yeah,
So, again,
And
null
that-
and void point.
and that completely changes how the story is.
Not really, because they're both going to end up getting what they want.
Yeah,
because
but,
they're fucking shown in anime.
but the way you perceive the story is different in both. Deku's more. My Hero Academia is more like Naruto, while Black Clover is more like One Piece. My Hero Academia is a story about Deku getting better and becoming respected, while Black Clover is a story
Also,
about...
two of us have seen these animes and one of us
Yeah.
has not. So
Well-
how about we shut up?
Let me finish this last point. While Black Clover is a series where Asta already has the power, he just has to gain the respect of everyone around him.
Because everybody knows him as a fucking magicless loser.
Yeah,
Just like fucking Deku. Everybody knew Deku as a quirkless loser.
but even after he gets One for All, it's not like he's just magically good at it. Well,
Asta
conversely,
got good at it because he trained at it.
but you don't see that training until after the fact. Deku's training happens in the present, while Asta's training happened in the past.
It's the same shit, just not present.
Yeah,
it
and
may
that-
be a past thing, but he's still trained to get better,
And-
Brandon.
and
It's the
that
same thing.
And that completely changes this.
Not really.
It completely changes how you perceive the story, though.
Not really, because you know they both worked their asses off to get as good as they were. Granted, yeah, Asta, you don't find out that Asta learned with a fucking sword master until later in the show, but
later.
guess fucking what? Deku mostly trained his body first because he was still working out all the time just so his body could hold One for All. And then when he finally, fucking spoilers, Butler, if you don't want to hear the spoilers, he fucking destroys his body because of it.
Yeah.
Asta loses his fucking arms, for Christ's sake. He loses the ability to use his arms for like 7 or 8 fucking episodes.
Mm-hmm. What's the point? I don't understand that.
They both have downfalls to their fucking powers.
But Asta losing his arms had nothing to do with his power.
It did though, because people knew fucking Vados or whatever the fuck his name was, the lion dude that cursed him,
Yeah.
knew what the fuck he could do with those swords. So the only reason why Asta lost the ability to lose his arms was because of people who knew what his power was. So fuck you and your point. It's the same damn
It
thing.
wasn't because of his power. It's because of what he did with his power.
It's still because of his power. Granted, he didn't do it to himself physically, like Deku does, but he still lost the ability to use his arms, like Deku, as a matter of fact, who, if he fires off a smash with his arm, he will lose control or lose ability to use his arms forever.
Yeah, that is true.
Yes,
But-
you're arguing over nothing. It's
No.
the same thing, just
It's-
told from different points. I get that.
Yeah, but
It's
that changes how you perceive the story.
That's not what we're talking about.
Yeah, I understand that. It's got the same basic structure.
There's that you said that there was no difference between My Hero Academia, or you said that there was a big difference between My Hero Academia
and Black
and
Clover.
Black Clover. There's no difference. All shonen anime is alike. They're based off the same tropes. Okay, that's the point.
All right, fine. Hey, we're gonna end this off here, guys. We had a fun time. This is a lot of fun. I enjoyed this. So,
He's just mad because my point is better than his.
I'm not mad because his point is better. His point is better than mine because I know that I am right in the fact that most stories are different from one another, no matter how slight. That being said, I understand that Wyatt is an idiot and doesn't understand how to perceive media. But obviously, there's no way for me to convince him otherwise.
I do know how to perceive media. It's just that the concepts and the tropes are the same. The storytelling's different.
Yeah.
Yes, I agree with you on that point, but everything else you've said is the same.
Okay, but the storytelling does change the overall product, is it not?
Not really. The reason why is because we know what both of them had to have gone through to get their bodies ready for these quirks or powers.
But yeah.
Granted, yes, Asta's isn't shown as much as Deku's.
but it's still the same amount of training for their bodies in order to keep up with people way out of their league.
Mm-hmm.
Because
But-
if Asta
But
couldn't,
here's the thing. I argue the characters that Asta is surrounded by aren't like that out of his league in comparison to.
not really, because most of them's powers are more supporting powers than anything.
Well, we'll also just take like any of the Magic Knight captains or the bad guys they face. Their abilities or don't really counter Asta's in any way.
Yes, Asta has no
Asta has-
counter because he has anti-magic.
Yeah.
But if Asta couldn't move as fast as he could and swing those two swords at the same time like he can, without that training, where the fuck would he be? He would probably be dead.
Yeah.
And also that demon situation that he has going on. He would never have beaten what's-his-face without the demon's help.
Voltos, is that his name? I don't remember his name.
Whatever the guy, the red...
Vados, the Sparrow Boy.
yeah.
That's true, but I also argue that Asta would achieve his goals even if he didn't have the 5 leaf Grimoire. He would still become Wizard King regardless.
How?
He would find a way.
How?
He,
Explain your reasoning how.
he would. It's just his character. He would compensate even more.
How would he fight people with magic that he could probably never get close to
He'd find a way.
if he didn't have the anti-magic stuff?
He'd find a way. Because
You can't just say
No.
he'll find a way and then just leave it at that. You have to explain your reasoning why he would find a way. Granted, yeah, it's
Wha-
his character, quote
why-
unquote.
Yeah, because he
Then-
doesn't give up.
Neither does Deku. Would Deku find a way to fucking be the number one hero without having powers? Probably not, because if he would have never met
Because-
All Might,
because-
then his fucking dreams would have been shattered and he would have been a fucking neckbeard weeb sitting in his room all damn day
Because
discussing
he
anime
says-
on a fucking podcast.
He says in the second episode, he's like, "Okay, I guess I'm gonna give up. Everyone's right."
Until he met All Might.
Until All Might.
Asta
Told him.
gave up. Hope, like his hope was shattered when he didn't get a grimoire when everybody else did.
Never
he
did.
was yes, he did.
Because what did he do right after he didn't get his grimoire? He went back to his training.
No, he didn't, because after they got the grimoires and shit, the fucking dude attacked, outside the library,
Yeah.
looking for it, and then that was when the 5-star or the 5-star,
The
the
five-
5-leaf clover, the black grimoire, fucking was bestowed upon him by some magical fucking entity from God knows where.
Mm-hmm.
If that would have never happened, if the dude would never have attacked at that point in time, Asta would have probably never got that grimoire. Probably never. But we don't know, and we will never know, because the show's already taken off, and the
Because-
show's already
Because the
good
show
with
is
ways-
where it is.
Yes, exactly. I don't know why we're even arguing about this.
Because
Butler,
how have you perceived this thus far? Because you've picked up on something.
I stopped paying attention a little while ago.
He stopped paying attention because I'm pretty sure half the people just tuned out like 30 minutes into this podcast, even if they made it this far. I'm surprised. If you
Luckily.
made it this far, like this video
God
3
help you.
times, okay? I know if when you like it and then you click like again, it'll unlike it, but then you click it again. Like it 3 times, please. And then comment down below how fucking stupid we are and arguing over dumb shit.
Yeah,
Or Brandon's right.
I'm in the podcast. I can't even pay attention.
Yeah. I don't blame him.
Sorry.
No, not really. You can blame Brandon for bringing all this shit up. Because it all started with him saying Boruto.
Well,
An anime I do not give a shit about.
I was curious to know if Butler had given a shit about
Butler
it.
has never... We even asked him before the discussion started if he had watched enough of Boruto to formulate an opinion, and he said no. And then you kept going with it.
Anyways.
So, yeah. But again, I hope this was entertaining somewhat. I hope you...
Hope you liked our weeb
what's your
knowledge.
opinions on certain anime? Just don't type out a fucking essay in the comments, please, because I will not read it.
I will.
He will probably.
I will read it.
He'll probably read it, but I won't.
I'd read it.
Then I will give you the Cliff Notes version of it, and then you can explain to the audience how they're wrong. Apparently,
It doesn't have to be.
No,
like, real
I'm not
long.
going to tell anybody they're wrong about something. I didn't ever say you were wrong. Period. I said that. I just argued the fact with you that the concepts between My Hero and Black Clover are the same, just told differently.
Mhm.
That was your whole counter argument. It's just because the plot is told differently.
yeah.
Fair enough. But it's not disproving the fact that the concepts are the same.
The concepts are the same.
Okay then.
I didn't say they weren't. I just
Then the whole conversation we just had for the past 10, 20 minutes is flat dead.
no, it's not because you claim that the storytelling has no bearing on the perception of the story, which is false.
We have almost done 2 hours of this, and a whole hour and 40 minutes of this is going to be us just, or not, well, maybe, what, an hour and like 20 minutes is going to be us just talking about stupid shit for no reason and arguing over nothing instead of being funny.
I mean, I'm sure they'll find this entertaining.
Maybe if they're actual intellectuals who care about debates.
Anyways,
I honestly don't know when this will go up. It'll go up whenever I feel like it. It's
If
a
it-
good spot to put it up.
if it does go up,
It'll go up. It's going up because I did not sit here for almost 2 hours talking into
not-
a microphone to not upload this.
to not get views.
I doubt, like, this probably... I have a guesstimation of how many views this will get.
How long do you have to watch a video to get a view?
I have no idea.
10 minutes.
No, that's like your normal average YouTube video. I think that the watch time, you have to at least watch maybe the first 3 or like almost 3 minutes of the video in order for it to count as a view.
Mm.
But maybe that first 3 minutes will entice people to stay because we did some funny, stupid shit. Talking about fucking climaxing pizza rolls.
Yeah.
And then about 40 minutes in, they'll just get really disappointed.
Like, where'd the comedy go? Why'd this get all serious? Unless they watch it, if you watch it all the way to the end, just
Then,
know that we love you.
And type pineapple pepperoni in the comment section if you watch all the way to this point.
Also, before this podcast ends, if you eat pineapple on pizza,
Fuck you.
you're fucking disgusting. Butler, I don't think the mic heard you. What'd you say?
I'm pretty sure it didn't. I don't want to say it.
What'd you say about pineapple on pizza, Butler? If you eat pineapple on pizza,
Fuck you.
a little louder.
Fuck you.
There you go. That's Butler's 2 cents on pineapple on pizza.
I'm not gonna say anything because I know that would make this even longer.
Probably. Do you like pineapple on pizza?
No, but I can understand why people would.
Oh my god.
So
Salty and sweet, juicy fruit does not go on salty sauce pizza.
yeah, but the contrast is the salty and the sweetness. Regardless, some people like that and other people don't.
I mean, I can understand that some people just like it, but
Yeah.
I don't like pineapple at all.
I like pineapple, just not on pizza.
I don't even like pineapple juice. It's all just horrible.
Just not a fan of the pineapple.
No.
I used to like
What kind
apple
of
juice.
juice do you like?
Apple juice.
I used to like apple juice a lot,
Orange juice.
but then I
like
drank-
apples, though.
but then I
You
drank.
don't like apples, but you like apple juice.
But then I drank apple juice too often, so then I stopped drinking it. So eventually, when I do drink it again, it'll taste good.
That's like me with milk. Like chocolate milk. I haven't had a solid like glass of chocolate milk in like years. That's because I used to drink that shit every night
Yeah.
before I went to bed.
Chalky milk is great. We'll buy a gallon of it and it'll be gone.
No.
in a
I
day
make
and a
I
half.
make my own chocolate milk. I get the fucking Hershey's chocolate syrup. Not sponsored, by the way. And then I fill like my cup halfway with milk, and then the rest of it will rise up to the top because of how much chocolate I put in it. I'm gonna have fucking diabetes.
Okay, so you said a lot of stuff that would make me disown you as a friend if we weren't such close friends. But this is where we
Why?
draw the line.
Why? Because of how I
Hershey's?
make my chocolate.
No, Hershey's chocolate syrup versus Nesquik's.
I never said anything about Nesquik being not good. I like Nesquik too, but most of the time we buy Hershey's chocolate syrup instead of Nesquik.
Okay, fine.
That
I don't prefer one over the other. Chocolate milk's chocolate milk.
I do prefer Nesquik over Hershey's.
Why? Because Hershey's too sweet?
No, because Hershey's is too bitter.
The fuck?
Yeah.
Bro, I could take a bottle of Hershey syrup. Okay. I could take a bottle of Hershey syrup and just down that shit straight chocolate. Nesquik, it's either powder or the chocolate syrup from Nesquik is not that, like, good by itself.
Well, it's not meant to be eaten
Exactly.
by itself.
Chocolate, Hershey's chocolate syrup you can have with ice cream. You can eat it by itself. I actually tried Hershey's chocolate syrup on chips. Have you ever had chocolate flavored chip or chocolate covered chips?
No, is it good?
Yeah, they're really good.
Huh.
Now
Okay.
that kind of salty and sweet concept I can understand. It's like eating trail mix.
Yeah.
But again, pineapple does not go on pizza.
All right. Ooh, there's some. What's that stuff? It's like made by Hershey's, and like you put it on ice cream, and it's like caramel, and you put in the freezer.
Are you talking about that hardening stuff?
Yeah.
Oh, it's the fudge whatever that hardens on the ice cream.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that stuff's really good. I love that.
Yeah, it's been a minute since I had that.
Have y'all ever had fluff?
No, it's more fluff.
It's like it's melted. It's like marshmallow melted down and put into a jar that you can put on sandwiches. Peanut butter and fluff sandwiches are amazing.
That sounds pretty decent.
It's really good, and I don't like marshmallows like
Normally.
by themselves. I will not eat a marshmallow by itself unless it's like absolutely nothing else to snack on.
You mix the peanut butter and the fluff together.
Yes, I put it on the sandwiches.
Okay.
I didn't know that's what it was called, but I have tried that before.
Yeah, it's really good.
I could imagine like the fluff would take like a decent amount of time to make, so
Yeah.
you wouldn't have like a large supply of it.
No, the bottle's only about that big.
Yeah.
But and it's also a pain in the ass to get that shit off a knife onto bread without ruining the bread.
It's
Yeah,
so
you're right,
worth it, though.
It's so worth it.
Which is why I prefer jam over jelly.
Jam over jelly because jelly's harder to get on
Because
bread.
jam's easier to spread.
I just like jelly, peanut butter and jelly. You ever had pineapple and not pineapple, fucking
What's
bananas?
the difference between jelly and jam?
Speak up! I don't think the mic can hear you.
What's the difference between jelly and jam?
What's that?
I can't jelly my dick in yours.
But y'all ever eat bananas and peanut butter?
Yeah.
No.
No,
No.
really,
Really?
bro. Banana and peanut butter sandwiches or banana and peanut butter on like saltine crackers. Oh, talk about like poor ass people food, man.
You know one of the weirdest fucking things I've ever heard? Mayonnaise and tomato sandwich.
Mayonnaise. Yeah, my mom eats those. Like just straight mayonnaise and tomato. I'm like, why? Like I can understand eating mayonnaise and tomato, but adding like some cheese or some bacon or some meat, like some kind of meat product with it. But why just straight up mayonnaise and tomato? I don't either.
Does she salt her tomatoes?
Yes,
Okay, she's not one.
my mom will eat tomatoes by themselves. My mom will eat fried green tomatoes, which I'm not a fan of.
I know a guy whose dad eats onions like apples.
I used to do that as a kid. I love onions. I love eating onions with food.
What the fuck is wrong with you?
Hey, don't judge me, okay?
You're stuck in the onion.
Yeah, I took an onion as like I think I might have done it like once or twice as a kid. I had my mom peel the onion for me, and then I just walked around the house going. Granted, my breath stunk a lot, but
Wait, you didn't eat the layers?
yeah, I ate the whole fucking onion. Bro, don't.
I ate no.
I ate the whole onion. Don't. It's like It's like when I was a kid, like I was like 7 or 8. Me and my grandparents and my sister took a trip to Dollywood. I'm not a fan of roller coasters, so I really didn't have much fun at Dollywood. I like the park. I like walking around, being outside. But when it come time to eat lunch, I was like, okay, we went to this little food stand. The hot dogs and burgers were outrageously priced, but it's
Oh.
park food.
Well, no.
How much for those wieners?
About $7 a wiener.
Jesus.
Yeah, that's pretty expensive for a wiener.
Yeah.
And then you had the condiment bar that they had set up where you could get your onions and
Yeah.
tomatoes and stuff. We bought the fucking hot dog and whatever other food they ate. I asked my granddad, hey, can you put me some onions on my hot dog? He's like, okay. And it was diced, chopped up diced onions. And it was a little spoon. And he just kept putting onions on my fucking hot dog. You couldn't see the hot dog anymore for how many onions he put on my fucking hot dog. I ate all of it. Even the onions that fell off the fucking hot dog. Into the little tray. But I ate it.
Because onions.
Because onions. I fucking love onions.
It's so weird.
I'm sorry I'm a weird person. My cousin Catherine, granted she's a little bit older now, but she used to go outside and pick wild onions straight up out of the ground, take them inside, wash them off, and then just eat them all right off the stem.
Okay, I have a story about those kinds of people. So in band, there's this kid, and he during practice he would take just wild onions and eat them there.
Not wash them off at all? That's fucking disgusting, dude.
So he said he eats grass.
More or less, you're eating dirt.
He eats grass. So now that's a joke that he eats grass.
Yeah, you eat grass, and
So-
I eat ass.
So at a football game, we wanted to go to the concession stand and order grass. It was funny. That was a good day.
Do I know this person?
No,
Oh, okay.
not at all. like that story.
That's pretty good.
Almost 2 hours.
Yeah, this podcast has almost been 2 hours long. Granted, more than half of it's fucking arguing over nonsense, but that's fine.
Because that might be entertaining.
It might be entertaining to hear somebody debate over something, to hear two different point of views that you may or may not agree with.
or even considered.
Yeah. If it wouldn't be a spoiler for Attack on Titan, I would say for the next podcast with Butler here, we would discuss our fucking theories on Attack on Titan. But not everybody's seen Attack on Titan.
And
And
also-
whoever watches has probably never seen Attack on
I
Titan.
just realized something. The main topic for this podcast has been anime so far. And the fucking name of it is Climax. It's
Climax. Yeah.
Hot Pockets.
Climax pizza rolls.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just fucking
Which,
we've done we discussed a lot of things.
yeah, we talked about food.
We talked about food. We've talked about.
Anime was definitely
It was the
more talked
it
about
was
subject.
it was the point of the video, of the
Yeah.
podcast where we talked about nothing but anime, and then we started arguing over concept ideas and differences or whatever the fuck, and why Boruto is better than Super or Super is better than Boruto, whatever the fuck that happened. I kind of zoned out and let my brain just ramble
Yeah.
a little bit. That's sad when I have to do that on my own fucking podcast.
You should definitely leave comments on what you think.
Yeah, please.
Definitely, because
Not anything real long. Keep it short. Like Dragon Ball Z sucks. Anything Naruto is definitely better.
Listen here, sir. Okay.
It was just an example,
Yeah, but
which is probably one that's gonna pop up.
but I know that's how you feel as a person about Dragon Ball and Naruto. You think Naruto's better than Dragon Ball?
I tried to give Dragon Ball a chance. I really did. I just couldn't get
Did
into
you watch
it.
DBZ or Dragon Ball?
I don't fucking know. It had Dragon Ball in the name of it.
Ah,
uh,
I don't know.
I like Dr. Slump.
I don't know what the
Which-
fuck you're talking about.
Dr. Slump was the manga Akira Toriyama made before Dragon Ball,
Ah,
and it's funny. The entire second chapter, the main character is a little robot girl, right?
mm-hmm.
And so she had went to school and had a gym class, so they changing the gym clothes, but she's a robot, so she doesn't have.
Ah,
So she goes home. She's like, "Hey, give me. It's all smooth there. It's all smooth down there."
oh god.
So then he's like, "Yeah, I would give it to you, but I've never seen them before."
Damn.
So then they build X-ray goggles to go find out what they look like, so they can give it to her. But at the very end of the chapter, she's like, "So did you see her belly button?"
super good. I want to talk about this topic real quick before we finally end this podcast. I know we've teased that it's going to end, like we teased about it ending like 10 minutes ago.
Broken promises.
Butler don't really have an opinion on this because he hasn't really watched any of the newer anime because he's been gone and out of the loop for so long.
Except Seven Deadly Sins.
Except for Seven Deadly Sins. What anime of this current generation, or like, I guess you would call it a generation of anime, will be the number one selling anime, or will be the number one anime when they're all done?
When they're all done, this will go in One Piece, I'm assuming?
Yes,
Okay.
because One Piece is considered.
Because One Piece is...
It's been going on for fucking ever.
Nothing's going to outsell One Piece. Ever.
Probably
So, what we think is going to be, like, the best and, like,
So just some examples
properly
like
agreed on of what...
Attack on Titan,
Yeah.
My Hero, Black Clover,
whatever else.
whatever else that's come
Okay.
out that is mainstream. I would say let's discuss what's mainstream. Like what would be number one when it comes to
when it comes
mainstream
to
anime.
stuff like that. I will say that the Attack on Titan manga has been following One Piece's numbers very closely in recent years.
Whew.
But also in some of the more even recent years, My Hero Academia has been doing the same. That's because of the sale of older volumes rather than newer ones.
Mm.
So in my personal opinion, I think Attack on Titan will be the series that technically defines this generation.
Which anime do you think more people will lean towards as a newer comers to anime will lean towards more to watch? Would it be
My Hero Academia. most
My
definitely.
Hero? I honestly think it'd be My Hero or Black Clover. Because Attack on Titan may be too, like, gritty.
Attack on Titan, I feel like, has this weird Western feel to it. though.
Yeah.
It doesn't feel like normal anime.
Yeah.
Not that that's a bad thing. I like Attack on Titan.
Oh, yeah, no. I love Attack on Titan. Attack on Titan's great. And...
Also, I was watching, like, for some reason earlier today, I was watching, like, Attack on Titan Junior High clips. I don't know why. In that series, in Junior High, they really play up the relationship between Krista and Ymir a lot. Like, a
Well,
lot.
I mean, they tease it in the show.
Like
so-
the literal joke is that Ymir asks Krista to marry her after everything.
Oh, she does that in the actual show, but not that often.
Yeah, I mean it's a lot more like vague romantic tension.
Yeah. But we're not going to say too much about Attack on Titan because Butler has not seen it, and probably most people have not even caught up to it. I mean, if you're an anime watcher like we are, and you're already caught up, then kudos. We have theories,
and
a lot of them, and I have pretty much confirmed.
and some of my theories were wrong.
Yeah, I have disproved.
He didn't disprove them. I disproved them myself.
No, I disproved them, but then he went to Google to make sure that something that happens and or somebody is something that somebody is not and or something to do with something of some place and some time is wrong on his point of view.
And I know what it is now, and I'm sad about it.
And I didn't even have to look any of this up. This was just my brain thinking about it.
And I didn't spoil what it was to Wyatt.
No, because I can put two and two together. And I did it, and I pretty much not really spoiled it for myself, but I
Figured it
know
out.
of what's going to happen because
You feel like,
my brain power.
yeah,
I wish I put this much fucking effort into my Let's Plays.
this is fun.
Yeah, I like doing podcasts. I want to get... That's why I said I want to get all of us together to read our fucking group chat messages on a podcast. I honestly think that would probably be the best podcast I ever do. Maybe. Depending.
I mean, it can't be worse than this one.
Yeah, that's true. That's valid. That's very valid. What would you think of the podcast? Let us know down below. Again, comment about the things we said to comment about. Let us know your opinions on whatever if you want to. Like the video specifically 3 times, please. No more, no less. Just 3 likes. Just take your finger or your mouse and click that like button 3 times.
Give us those coveted internet points.
Please. Let us know what you think and how wrong we both are because you have your own opinion about things. And or if you believe Boruto shit or super shit
Or they're both shit.
or they're both shit, or
Or
they're
they're
both
both great.
fantastic. You know, it's just happened. Butler, do you have to say? You want to say anything before we end?
For
I like how we talked about food and it all come back to anime, but this is fine. We're talking Butler now.
Because Attack on Titan is something we agree on.
Yes.
No, I can't think of anything.
Not really.
No.
Anything you want to say to my audience? Because this is going up on my channel.
Subscribe to PewDiePie.
No, Pews don't need no more subs. T-Series is nothing but sub bots, so it's okay. His throne is currently claimed.
Make sure you go check out Game Olympics.
Yeah, a
Yeah.
dead belly up channel.
It's a really great channel. You should
Oh, be
definitely
on the
check it
lookout for Horbutt. New upcoming channel. It's gonna be fucking fantastic, guys.
That won't happen
I
in front of
wouldn't
the...
say upcoming, but you know,
I
it's
mean,
gonna be there. It's an option.
it's gonna be there eventually.
It'll happen.
We know we may or may not know the people who are behind that channel, and we want to support them.
It's like World War III.
It's probably us.
It'll happen. It's
No,
not
it's not.
anytime
It's not
soon.
us. It's
It's
somebody
def-
we know.
It's definitely us.
Hey, spoilers, man.
It's called Horbutt.
Yeah. HORBUT.
Which is if
fucking
you even know
fantastic.
our names, it's pretty fucking obvious who it is.
Yeah, because we referred to you as Butler this whole fucking time we've been talking.
Oh, great! Just spoil it then.
Well, do they know my last name? There's your
Horton.
homework. Fuck you.
I was gonna say, there's your homework. Go follow me on my fucking Instagram and shit, and I will. You will maybe find out my last name, but you know, trying to plug my social media, and Butler had to fucking ruin it.
There's your
You should go
homework
Follow
from...
me on Twitter. I don't ever post anything, but it'd be nice.
Yeah, I don't either. I'll post more on Twitter if I have more followers.
Accidentally,
know one
had
thing it's
the
gonna post
app
on Twitter.
downloaded on my phone, so. But still, you should.
Just
Definitely go
follow
me.
him on Twitter. Brandon, you have a Twitter?
No, not really.
No.
Facebook.
No.
Instagram?
No?
Follow
Do you
me
have
on
any
Instagram.
kind of social media?
Add me on Snapchat.
Yeah, you're gonna have like 20 people add you on Snapchat for no fucking reason. You're gonna be like, who the fuck are these people?
And then I'll never talk to any of them.
Then never talk to any of them again.
If my Instagram and my not my Snapchat, my Snapchat's private. You cannot have that. That is for my personal life only, unless I know you, like physically, like I know Butler.
Physical.
Yes.
Physical.
I don't know my Instagram.
My Instagram will be on the outro card like it always is. Honestly, don't know how we're gonna end this podcast. Like, I
Like-
want to have a specific outro that I do for podcasts. Don't you dare fucking hit that stop button, Brandon. I will punch you.
I'm not going to.
Okay.
We're going to stop it like this.
It just cuts off.
But no, thank you for. Should I end just like I end every episode of mine, like every video of mine, like normal, or should we have like a? Should I have a specific outro? Let me know in the comments what you think for my
Ideas.
next podcast.
Thanks for listening.
Thanks,
Oh,
thanks for
there's
listening.
only 5 views. There won't be another podcast because we obviously suck at this.
Yeah,
20,000 likes.
Okay, if this video can get 10 likes and an average of maybe 11 views.
Oh, let's be honest here. If it gets even 7,
Yeah, if it gets even 7 views.
If it
But
gets-
you have to watch the video through the whole thing. I will know. Okay?
It tells them.
It will. I have a thing that tells me when people stop watching my videos. Okay, watch it through the whole way.
but every single one of them are going to end around like 40 minutes.
Probably they'll probably just tune out. I mean, it's a podcast. It's not meant something you're just supposed to sit there and watch. You're supposed to just like turn it on and let it play while
you like make lunch.
make lunch,
Or masturbate.
clean. If you masturbate to our voices over a podcast, I feel fucking honored.
Or if you're driving to work.
Yeah, or if you're driving to work or you're on a long fucking road trip. You know,
We should start a murder mystery podcast.
ooh, maybe.
It'd be fun.
Yeah, that would be fun.
And-
I also want to try to do a D&D esque podcast, but we all have to be calm and collective for that shit because we're all loud as balls when we play D&D.
Yeah. I argue we have to do it with a smaller group.
Yeah.
But then again, we have to deal with people being left out.
Well, if they don't follow the rules, then they're getting kicked out of the table. It all depends on who's being DM, because I really want to fucking play. I'm sick and tired of DMing. I love DMing, but I'm sick and tired of doing it. I want to play.
Yeah. We can get Butler to DM.
No, Butler wants to play.
Yeah, Butler.
Butler's never played.
That's true. And we all know I suck at DM.
If you took time and effort, like a
Yeah.
lot of time and effort to write out like not a campaign, but maybe a one shot,
Yeah.
then, and it's not a ripoff of Legend of Zelda.
Well,
Of a Zelda dungeon?
It sounded like Zelda dungeons, which turned out, as it turns out, do not
All of our party is overpowered as fuck.
do not
for shit
work
like that.
do not work in verbal settings.
Yeah, they really don't. They really don't.
And I've learned that, and know what I must do in the future.
Yeah. But anyway, thank you guys so much for listening. I can't say watching because you're literally, if you're watching this, you're fucking weird. Second of all, it's nothing but a fucking blank card of whatever I desire this
To look like.
to look like, yeah.
Okay.
So,
Thanks for tuning in.
thanks for listening. Like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. And y'all want
Well-
to say anything before I end it?
Drive safely. Wear your seatbelt.
Don't burn your fucking house down.
Anal.
Alright, bye.
Bye.